You are my inspiration.
The deed no longer them, military shots at them. 67 to 70, we remember them. 2016, 38 May, memory still lives in our mind till today. Wonder why they refuse to publicize the genocide. The world media turn blind eyes to our plight. It's time to arise, land of the rising sun. Let's rise one more time, let's rise.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Tell them I thought tell me, oh. Remember when me tell you say I can't tell me, oh. Yeah, I remember that one that called us a Bruce Mero. Like a papa nuku, oh them be we boniro. Me tell you what I look pandi, what pandi samiro. Me tell you what I day. For me the fella, the rasta man I tell you what I do. Me never give up. Me tell them
I want to promise you something today. We must fight together, no retreat and no surrender. We must hold them down till the end of time. The most important thing is that we will restore Biafra.
I look up to the sky with tears in my eyes for other Biafrans and for freedom had to die. We will never forget you as the days go by. You are always in my heart, forever be the one. They fought for our freedom, they died for our freedom. They fought the Nigerian soldiers in the war front without food, without guns, for our freedom, for our life, for our own good, for our children. We love them, our heroes, we want them.
My heart bleeds when I saw them slain. Where will I be now if not then? They will remain indelible in my heart forever, 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 and never, and never, and never.
We serve in your plantation, and the way you paid us back with your bloody starvation. We bled in our history, that the death of our people is a mystery. No going back to get to a victory. I had a voice now call for vengeance. I never get bombed, I'ma blow like a vengeance.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre.
This is from Biafrans Got Talent. We are letting Biafrans know the reason why we should remember those who gave their lives for us, those who died that we may live.
You died to end my suffering. You died fighting for my freedom. Your blood is the sin
wrong with them, military shots at them. 67 to 70, we remember them. 2016, 38 May, memory still lives in our mind till today. Wonder why they refuse to publicize the genocide. The world media turn blind eyes to our plight. It's time to arise, land of the rising sun. Let's rise one more time, let's rise.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Tell them I battered me, oh. Remember when me tell you say I battered me, oh. Yeah, I remember that one that called us a Bruce Mero. Like a papa nuku, oh them be we boniro. Me tell you what I look pandi, what pandi samiro. Me tell you what I dey. For we just all under us, man. I tell you what I do. Me never give up. Me tell them
Fallen heroes, I want to promise you something today. We must fight together, no retreat and no surrender. We must hold them down till the end of time. The most important thing is that we will restore Biafra. May your soul rest in peace, oh.
I look up to the sky with tears in my eye. For other Biafrans and for freedom had to die. We will never forget you as the days go by. You are always in my heart, you'll never be apart. They fought for our freedom, they died for our freedom. They fought the Nigerian soldiers in the war front, without food, without guns, for our freedom, for our life, for our own good, for our children. We love them, our heroes, we want them.
My heart bleeds when I saw them slain. Where will I be now, if not then? They will remain indelible in my heart, forever, 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 and ever, and ever, and ever.
We serve in your plantation, and the way you paid us back with your bloody starvation. We bled in our history, that the death of our people is a mystery. No going back till we get to a victory. I had a voice now call for vengeance. I never get bombed, I'ma blow like a vengeance.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Where will I be now? If not you, you died at Mali.
Then we are starved to death because of our freedom, and they paid the debt for our freedom. Flag high for those that died in the genocide, fighting for you and I. There is pain in the heart, we bleeding inside, tears in the eyes of our fallen heroes.
This is for my fallen heroes. Give them a motivation, people. It's like I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Cause to be a gas, I need to be a nurse. If we did not retire, yeah.
They paid the ultimate price. They died for the freedom of my unborn child. Really for the legacy.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright. Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Yeah. Put the flag in the air. Never be afraid. March on. Cause we are more than conquerors. Yeah. You know what it is.
It's like I'm looking at myself in
We
the
must
mirror.
revenge. And we must stand to represent who we are.
Biafrans reject the global conspiracy against the Biafran people. At this moment, we use this media to demand the unconditional release of the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra, Mazi Simon Ekpa Joko, who the Finland authority have held incommunicado for long now. They say they are investigating, and it's been months up to now. No charge has been brought against the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra. We hereby demand the immediate release, the unconditional release of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. The global conspiracy against the Biafrans is unacceptable. We will never, ever accept it. It doesn't matter how they try to paint it, the whole world is watching. And it is sad that the world is silent, watching the atrocities committed against the Biafran people. Mazi Simon Ekpa is only asking for the freedom of his own people. He's only defending his own people, trying to save the innocent lives that are being wasted away. Free Mazi Simon Ekpa now.
Natulaje bano mabuli vemelem. Kuja. Atibe kwa natulane bovo. Timalugo no nugodo kokodo nyano be hule. Dani moda tunilu. Naya kalakana kwa lerinu mwangulu. Ngula matali woso jere futa mbaka njuba diali. Ama abulezi okwenu. Na baka la kelu egonezi enwe. Nubote akala kelu egonu dezi. Maka na baba nenu waralu nunuteyi. Umu Biafra kunyenwe. Umu Biafra kunyenwe. Unanu kwa ni mono nuno mono nezi biakenenwe. Ono nenu lila tono na nagulugu senyi tono nugu bana tayi. Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu banyo. Makana nyuko no 1 million no we bofu wa mabulezi okwe. Naka ni kwata milake kwa wacha sienyi ka kesu ezo pabule be walo tamano. Umu Biafra kuyenwe. Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu banyo. Makano fobi abakama. Na nugo no way. Biafra na bekele umunina. Nkabo nkanye. Mwadati na ijele wanyi bekele mi. Okwage bulu kwekene na fandi otu Biafra is our hope. And the Biafra is our religion. Nkodi na wata chieza muno bibu onye iwere. Wesi ya kene rugyo. Adubagwo chukwo. Ikemba one of Biafra land mongwem. Adawunelia kala ya dike. Ma fondi mo jiri die bu be biade bi tebele mongwem. Akosigwo dogweji mali Igbo nine. Dogweji malo Biafra biya. Adumegwo chukwu. Papa gisi kene logi Philipu Efyong. Abuzi kwa mwake kuloku wekusi oku si na Biafra ekunye. na ya bụ Biafra ya tụrụ ugo wenata na bụrụ na ya bụ Biafra ekuigo n'ọkụ ọgụli nwata n'aka na ele ọgbaghị isi ekene kenelu gị onye ndu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu Amadike Biafra kedu ebe ị nọ dike Amadike Biafra bịa n'ụlọ
she has no jurisdiction to try me. None whatsoever. I came out of
ọgbaghị Igbo ofe onye tiri ndị ilo mgbada nwụrụ anwụ n'isi
accused from my case and cannot try my case.
Amadike
There are things that are happening in this country that a lot of you do not
Amadike bụ
know.
mmanwụ ndị
It is
ilo
my duty to make that very, very clear to all of you.
emekene gị na
Because the lies are too much. The lies are too much. I
n'isi
sent a
ekene
petition to
kenelu
the
gị
NJC
Biafra COS DrNgoziOrabueze bịa keneli o
is using her
gị ka mụ na akpọ n'ama
for personal gain.
Ada Biafra n'ịtọtọ
Her son and her husband are facing corruption charges.
ezi na-eme obi ụmụ ya bịa ngwa ngwa
They told them.
nwoke dị na nwaanyị bịa n'ụlọ unu
This is what happens.
isi ka n'ụmụ Biafra kwụ gị n'azụ
Nobody wants to do it.
maka na akwụdola eze ochie n'ụwa ịmalụ gị enu
That's the problem.
na gidigidi bụ ugwu eze ọma bụrụ eziokwu
They sent her to my case.
ọkwa gị si ike kenelu gị ndị Biafra gọọmenti niile ndị nọ na exile cabinet bịa n'ụlọ unu mwe ọnụ wee kene unu jisinu ike na Chukwu na ndị a na ya agba unu ube maka na onye sụrụ ọbịa ya atọ ka anyị malụ gị enu eyi jisienu ike ekene kenelu ụmụ ndị Biafra Liberation Army ụmụ Chukwu ndị ejezọ Biafra land na-ebe kenenu the great oracles of Biafra na nanụ unu ọnụ wee kene unu n'ama na nụnụ jisi ike n'ọrụ na Chukwu ya gba unu ume ụmụ Chukwu ụmụ Chukwu ene asị ekene ekenelu ya the Prime Minister H.E. Maazị Simon Eba abụzikwa ọbata obi otu adịrị ụmụ Biafra bịa n'ụlọ anụ nganga mpi oche mgbe wilu nna be mmiri na-adị ugwu bịa kudu akọ mmiri na-akwa n'onu mmụọ na-akpụ akpụ bịa keneli ọdọgịrị dị m ose fụrụ ndị ilo bịa n'ụlọ n'uwe makwale n'aka ose adị mma n'anya mgbe eji mụ agụkọ onye ilo si n'ọdịrọ nkasị onye ilo ya tinye isi onye ilo wee walasọ abụzikwa nwe ọbata obi ihe ọgada gidi dike bịa n'ụlọ ka o ji ekwela n'ihe onyinye Chukwu nyere ndị Biafra na n'ụlọ n'ụlọ ekene gị asị m na ya adịrị ndị Biafra niile na mma asị na ya adịrị ụlọ niile na mma ndị anyị na-akpọrọ ọnwụ n'owutere anyị wee rie nne ma ndị anyị na-akpọ na n'udo n'ọnwụ maka na mbụ na-abọ ka ekwe na-agbọ dike ọgbọ ya na ndụ ọgbọ ya n'ọnwụ n'obi ife onye edobeli na-edere n'ụwa ma abụrụ ife emere eme a good legacy will last forever ma abụrụ ife emere eme and in remembrance of my bless you.
of heaven, the very oldest language on the face of this very earth. Chukwu okike abịa mapụrụ m ihe niile, Chineke na onye ndị nsọ na-efe wee na-akpụ isi ala nye onye anyị na-agọzi aha nsọ ya mgbe niile, onye anyị na-aja mma wee na-eto anyị enweghị iche ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị anaghị efe arụsị, ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana onweghị onye kere ya. Ọ bụ ya mere ndị Igbo ji wee na-etu gị ebighị ebi. Ndị nsọ na-agba oche eze gị okirikiri ha na-akpụ isi ala nye gị, ọbụladị ndị okenye oru 2 na 4 bụ ndị na-atụ mkpọ ọla edo na ala ha niile si na-ede nsọ Chineke nna nke igwe. N'ụtụtụ a, ehihie, abalị, n'ụwa niile bụ ebe ụmụ gị gbasasịrị ka ụkpaka nna nke ebere dị ngọzi ka anyị na-akpọkọta ha eze ebube n'ime eluigwe wee na-arịọ gị mma gị na ebere gị amara gị na ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị nọ. Anyị wee na-arịọ ka iru gị wee chaa n'ebe anyị nọ. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị eze ebube dị ngọzi ka igwe tinye ọgbaghara n'etiti ndị iro, ka ha rabụ ndị kụziri ka ha wee megide anyị onye nwe m na Chineke nna dị nsọ, ka aka nsị ndị dị etu a wee baa ha ọnụ, ije obodo ekwensu bụ zuu wee laa ya n'iyi. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị onye na-adịgide ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi, biko nụ ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ọsọ ọsọ nna nke ebere na ụmụ gị atakwala n'ahụhụ. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị ka iwe na anyị ezi echiche na amamihe, mmekọrịta nwanne na nwanne ịdị n'otu ọganiru, ịhụnanya nke pụrụ iche onye nwe m na Chineke nna, ka iwe etinye ụmụ gị ezi mmụọ nke eziokwu ma wezuga anyị aka ajọ ihe n'ime ndụ anyị nna nke ebere dị ngọzi. Ka ọ ga-abụ n'ikpeta maazị na Biafra ga-abịa, anyị ga-aja gị mma wee too gị wee gọzie aha nsọ gị, kpụ isi ala nye gị, bulie aha nsọ gị elu site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi ka a na-arịọ gị ise ise ise. This very morning, all of you, I believe that those who are watching know who we are and why we do what we do. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra all over this very planet Earth, the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television, and by the very special grace of the Most High Elohim, Chukwu Kikabia Mapurumi Henine, servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. We are live and we are direct this very morning, afternoon, or night, depending on where you are. And we start this very day by making it abundantly clear that the greatest enemy of a black man is the way that we reason. If not that the way we reason is very, very abhorrent, there is no need or reason why we should be suffering and complaining every blessed day without the courage to do something about it. To then start comprehending the concept or the ideology that drives the insanity that is Boko Haram. In the north, you have the areas you call the Mohammedan Emirates of the North. These are people who are predominantly, by ancient culture and tradition, Islamic. They are Hausa, Fulani people. In the west, coming down near Lagos, you have the Yoruba people, and in the east you have the Biafran people. Now, the Hausa Fulani people, we are told by the British that they have the right to rule in perpetuity Nigeria. The British in 1953 and 57 were involved in a massive fraud to rig the census results. In other words, they skewed the numbers to always favor the Hausa Fulani people that they may remain in power. And the reason for that is that the British is scared that Biafran people, especially the Igbos, are somehow human, that we can think properly. And we have the oil. The oil wells the reserves, everything is where we come from. In Biafra. And the British couldn't retain or sustain their colonial presence in Africa because the USA asked them to leave. So what they now did is to take the control of the oil, hand it over to a group of people they think they can manipulate very easily. That's all. That's what has happened. And now they now believe that they have the right to rule. Unfortunately for them, President Goodluck Jonathan, the incumbent, emerged out of circumstances that could be described as somehow mysterious. He came up as the president, and now they don't like it. 3 people funded Boko Haram. The ex-president, head of state Buhari, another ex-head of state, Hausa Fulani Islamic person called Babangida, another vice president, Atiku Abubakar. They consciously went out to fund Boko Haram. Because Buhari said after Jonathan won the 2011 elections that I will make the country ungovernable. He said it openly. Oh. And they went ahead to do it by killing poor, defenseless Biafran Christians. Because they know that Christians around the world will not come to our rescue.
Yeah.
They also know that no other people will come to our rescue because they don't want us to emerge as a people. That's a problem.
Yeah. So the British don't want you to emerge as a people.
No.
Aha.
That's a problem.
It's a huge problem.
Massive. But this time around, whether they like it or not, I'm sure the British didn't want the USA to emerge either.
No.
Whether they like it or not, we shall emerge.
Yeah.
Or everything else there will die.
It'll have to. I mean, It's one or the other at this point.
One thing has to happen. Either we have Biafra or we all die. There's no going back this time around. There'll be no exile, no running away. That is our land. We've lived there for thousands of years. That's where we were born. That's where we'll die.
Yeah. Are you all willing to go back and be there?
At the drop of a heart, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And a heartbeat.
Yeah.
We'll go there.
And obviously loved ones are there. And
they're there. My parents are there. My loved ones are there.
Yeah.
And it's a land we've been in for, thousands of
years. And a history and a rich culture and a vibrant way of life that has literally been
obliterated.
Yeah.
You go to the book of Leviticus. 80% of what you have in the book of Leviticus occurs where I come from. 80%. 80%.
The Levitical law.
Everything. It wasn't us. I strongly believe, this is my hypothesis. Of course I hold on to it very strongly. As soon as the British discovered in the late 18th century, because the same Hausa Fulani people in Zamfara told them, I think I have the map somewhere in London, that across that river lies what they believe to be part of the lost tribe of Israel, or hell broke loose. Yeah. There was then a very systematic and deliberate policy to obliterate our history. The British first said that the Igbos don't have any history. First of all, they removed the name Biafra, which was exactly the name they used to go into treaties with us. They use, you see there clearly written, the chiefs of Ishekiri and Biafra. They then quietly took that away to now only take a component of that, one clan alone, which is Igbo. Because in Biafra you have the Idoma, you have the Igbo, you have the Bibio, you have the Efik, you have the Izon people, which they call Ijo, you have the Shekiri, you have the Robo, and some parts of Igala.
Wow.
These are the 7 people that make up, these are the 7 tribes that make up Biafra land. The British came, then isolated all the rest, those of our cousins around us, and focused their attention on us. But there's one good thing about it, is that in their amalgamation document that they produced in 1904 or thereabout, which I still have, they made reference, the very first time a European is referring to an African race as great. Yes, the man said the great Igbo race across the Niger. And that speaks volumes. To then start comprehending the concept or the ideology that drives the insanity that is Boko Haram. In the north, you have the areas you call the Mohammedan Emirates of the North. These are people who are predominantly, by ancient culture and tradition, Islamic. they are Hausa Fulani people. In the west, coming down near Lagos, you have the Yoruba people, and in the east you have the Biafran people. Now, the Hausa Fulani people, we are told by the British that they have the right to rule in perpetuity Nigeria. The British in 1953 and 57 were involved in a massive fraud to rig the census results. In other words, they skewed the numbers to always favor the Hausa Fulani people that they may remain in power. And the reason for that is that the British is scared that Biafran people, especially the Igbos, are somehow human, that we can think properly. And we have the oil. The oil wells the reserves, everything is where we come from.
In Biafra.
And the British couldn't retain or sustain their colonial presence in Africa because the USA asked them to leave. So what they now did is to take the control of the oil, hand it over to a group of people they think they can manipulate very easily. That's all. That's what has happened. And now they now believe that they have the right to rule. Unfortunately for them, President Goodluck Jonathan, the incumbent, emerged out of circumstances that could be described as somehow mysterious. He came up as the president, and now they don't like it. 3 people funded Boko Haram. The ex-president, head of state Buhari, another ex-head of state, Hausa Fulani Islamic person called Babangida, another vice president, Atiku Abubakar. They consciously went out to fund Boko Haram because Buhari said after Jonathan won the 2011 elections that I will make the country ungovernable. He said it openly. And they went ahead to do it by killing poor, defenseless Biafran Christians, because they know that Christians around the world will not come to our rescue.
Yeah.
They also know that no other people will come to our rescue because they don't want us to emerge as a people. That's a problem.
Yeah. So the British don't want you to emerge as a people.
No.
Aha.
That's a problem.
It's a huge problem.
Massive. But this time around, whether they like it or not, I'm sure the British didn't want the USA to emerge either.
No.
Whether they like it or not, we shall emerge.
Yeah.
Or everything else there will die.
It'll have to. I mean, It's one or the other at this point.
One thing has to happen. Either we have Biafra or we all die. There's no going back this time around. There'll be no exile, no running away. That is our land. We've lived there for thousands of years. That's where we were born. That's where we'll die.
Yeah. Are you all willing to go back and be there
at the drop of a heart? Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And a heartbeat.
Yeah.
We'll go there.
And obviously, loved ones are there, and
they're there. My parents are there. My loved ones are there.
Yeah.
And it's a land we've been in for, as I said, thousands of
years, and a history, and a rich culture, and a vibrant way of life that has literally been
obliterated. Yeah. You go to the book of Leviticus. 80% of what you have in the book of Leviticus occurs where I come from. 80%. 80%.
The Levitical law.
Everything. It wasn't us. I strongly believe, this is my hypothesis. Of course, I've not. Of course, I hold on to it very strongly. As soon as the British discovered in the late 18th century, because the same Hausa Fulani people in Zamfara told them, I think I have the map somewhere in London, that across that river lies what they believe to be part of the lost tribe of Israel. All hell broke loose. There was then a very systematic and deliberate policy to obliterate our history. The British first said that the Igbos don't have any history. First of all, they removed the name Biafra, which was exactly the name they used to go into treaties with us. They use, you see there clearly written, the chiefs of Ishekiri and Biafra. They then quietly took that away to now only take a component of that, one clan alone, which is Igbo. Because in Biafra you have the Idoma, you have the Igbo, you have the Bibio, you have the Efik, you have the Izon people, which they call Ijo, you have the Shekiri, you have the Robo, and some parts of Igala.
Wow.
These are the 7 people that make up, these are the 7 tribes that make up Biafra land. The British came, then isolated all the rest, those of our cousins around us, and focused attention on us. But there's one good thing about it, is that in their amalgamation document that they produced in 1904 or thereabout, which I still have, they made reference, the very first time a European is referring to an African race as great. Yes, the man said the great Igbo race across the Niger. And that speaks volumes.
Kingdom by declaration. Today, they are the world power. In 1830, Belgium separated from Netherlands. Today, they are one of the most powerful countries in Europe. Both of the countries. In 1965, Singapore separated from Malaysia. Today, they have transformed into global financial hub as a result of the separation. Why is it that when we call for separation, Nigeria and their criminals will be calling us terrorists? Don't fall for it. The past separation has led to the upsurge of economic development in the case of India and Pakistan, Norway, Denmark, Switzerland. This separation has led to the upsurge of economic and development. In 2002, East Timor separated from Indonesia. In 1921, Ireland separated from the United Kingdom. Today, they are one of the powerful countries we have. In 1944, Iceland separated from Denmark, demonstrating that nations can part away without violence. Why do you kill Biafrans? Whenever we say we are fed up of Nigeria. In Nigeria, where you have dangerous diversity, in Nigeria, where you have the northern part of Nigeria practicing Islamic State, practicing Islamic Sharia law, and they have different culture, different laws, different rules, different everything. And with that kind of mentality and setup, we can never develop as a nation. That is the reason we call for the separate state, and of course for the independent state for Biafra. Apart from the killings, genocide against our people, and jihad. In 1905, Norway and Sweden separated and goes their separate ways. Today, they are one of the most powerful countries in Europe because of the separation. In 1947, India and Pakistan separated. The list can go on and on and on.
Is the question. Why is it that the Europeans are afraid of other countries within Africa, may follow up the breakup of Nigeria, and they would want to break up and form their own country? I want you people to ask yourself, why are they thinking like this? Because I have come across a lot of arguments where somebody will say, okay, they want to maintain Nigeria so that, because they are afraid. According to them, during the 1967-1970 Biafra, the issue was that if Biafra, succeeded in breaking away from Nigeria, other African countries will want to follow suit. Now, I ask again, why are they afraid of that? My people, it is not about natural resources. Some people say they are afraid to lose natural resources. It is not afraid to lose natural resources. No. Of course, business is part of it. Business is part of it, which natural resources is also one of the factors. But this is not the issue. The issue here is not about the natural resources. Because anyhow, they are still going to have access to these natural resources. Somehow, they are going to have access to it. But it is not about natural resources. Well, so when natural resources is one compelling factor, but we should go beyond natural resources. It is time we begin to think beyond natural resources. It is not about natural resources. They are afraid of the economic power that will come from Africa when Africa divide along tribal line. Because, you see, they know, they are afraid for you to know what they know. So it is not about natural resources. If you are thinking that it is because of natural resources, my brother, somehow you are right, but you are not right completely. You are getting the main point very wrong. The point here is that they are afraid of you adopting the system that made them what they are today. And what is that system? Dividing your country along tribal line. And that is what we want to do. That is exactly the brain we want to bring to Biafra. We want to bring Biafra, and Biafra will be divided along tribal line. That Efik, Ijo, Ichekiri, all these people will be the confederated state of Biafra. You are going to have your own government, your own autonomy, make decision, control your natural resources. If you have 1 trillion ton of whatever you have in your land, you control it. And we are going to have the central government. And it is going to be joint military. The military is going to be like a NATO. If anybody is attacked, the entire Biafra will come. So we are going to have one common defense system. One common defense system. You see, just like this Europe is a little bit different. Europe is, you know, they have countries and all that. And within this country of Europe, there are countries that have autonomy, that have also autonomy within their own countries. Believe me, this is what they don't want us to do. This is what they don't want you to do. The Europeans discover that when they are together as one bunch people with different background, different culture, different language, different understanding, different thinking, things were not working. Things were not working. From 1940, 1930s, 1950s, 1960s, when these countries in Europe were still in one big for nothing country, there were no progress. In fact, do you know that, let me tell you, when they tell you that in Nigeria, in Benin or so, or is it in Ibadan or so, they have television before Switzerland. They have television, TV in Nigeria. Or in Yoruba land they have TV before. Do you know why? Do you know why Yoruba were able to have television before some countries in Europe? Because that time the economy was divided along tribal line. You have, they call it region. They call it regional government. They call it region. It is not region. It was divided along tribal line. And the tribe were allowed to develop and govern themselves. And also, we were told that during that time, Oduduwa, Yoruba have their embassies, their consulate, even in the United Kingdom. And according to them, they even had their own passport. Oduduwa you see today, Yoruba people you see today, have their own
territory. Nigeria is the terrorist. Not we, not Biafrans. So Finland, you need to get that clear first. You need to know who is committing the act of terrorism. As of today, the Nigerian state, headed by Tinubu and Christopher Musa, continues to unleash act of terrorism against innocent Biafrans. They killed 4 innocent children today in Biafra land, Finland. That is terrorism. Right there. That is terrorism. If you do not know what terrorism means, Nigeria is a terrorist state. So when Finland neglects the terrorist state of Nigeria and labels innocent Biafrans a terrorist group, who told Finland that indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, who told Finland that we are terrorists? Who gave that labeling? Because they said it. So is it Nigerian terrorist states, Tinubu, Christopher Musa, Bianca Ojukwu that reported, Tinubu that reported to you, Finland, that we, IPOB, that we are terrorists? Then you believe them, right? You believed the lies perpetrated by the Nigerian state because you want to enjoy economic gain from Nigeria. You want to milk that oil that comes from Biafra land. And based on that, you've joined the terrorist state of Defense Chief Christopher Musa of Nigeria to label said Biafrans as terrorists, right? We are waiting for the indictments that you, Finland, is going to come up with. Biafra, we are a sovereign nation, and we are waiting for that. We are waiting to see how this game will end between Finland, Nigeria, and the United States of Biafra. According to the Finland Criminal Police Bureau Department, they went on this nationwide investigation, both in Nigeria and everywhere. I don't even know, everywhere, possibly America. I believe they told the American government that I am a terrorist, and they needed that investigation. But guess what? America told Finland to go to hell.
Yes.
America told Finland to go to hell. You have no clue what you are talking about. How can you leave the Nigerian terrorist state? President Tinubu, that is the real terrorist, and you are trying to label people like us as terrorists. They tried, I'm telling you, Finland approached America, but they failed woefully. Woefully, because America is a country that is built on the rights of the citizens. They know what being independent means. They know what self-determination means. They know what self-defense means. So when Finland came with that globalist agenda, they are operating in Europe with Netherlands, with Norway. America told them to go to hell. That is why they could not proceed with their lies, with their fake investigation in America. But did they try? Yes, they did. Did they inform American FBI? Yes, they did. I know they did.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us on today's program. Wherever you are joining from, I welcome you. Please like and share the program. We are having some issues today on our equipment. We have some certain issues, and I believe it affected so many people, and the impatient ones have left. So regardless that, we will continue to do our program and manage it as much as we can, so that later on we can be able to rectify what the problem is. I thank everyone that is here patiently waiting and joining the program. As you join, like and share. Remember, the platform is still a platform that belongs to the United States of Biafra, under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and the Supreme Command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Today, under the leadership of the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze. In this platform, we do not come to instigate violence. We don't come here to promote hate. We do not come here for saga or to attack any personal individual. We don't come to attack any race or religion. What we do is to preach the gospel of Biafra, preach the gospel of freedom, continue to support humanity the best way we can. That is what we do, and we will continue to do so no matter what the situation might be. As long as we have life, we will continue to contribute our quota for the safety of humankind. Today we have come once again, as you all know, it is always an interactive section, a section where we interact with each other and we share views. Everyone is entitled to their opinion, and you can come on and share your opinion with us. Whatever argument you have, whatever question you have, contributions, suggestions, or superior argument that you have, you are free to bring it on so that we can deal with it. No matter where it's coming from, we will give you all the time. The only thing we ask is that when you appear on our program, appear in a decent manner and also speak in a civil manner so that we can digest whatever you have to say and respond to you accordingly. I welcome every one of you once again. Today we are taking a topic which says there are heroes in evil as well as in good. What kind of hero are you in the quest for Biafra? As you know, we are in a very special month, the month of May. You know how important the month of May is to Biafrans. It's a month we remember our fallen heroes, those who has given their life for us to live, those who have sacrificed their own life for us to be alive today. This is a month that we remember them. 30th is the D-Day, and that very 30th is a sit at home. Wherever you are as a Biafran, you need to sit back and meditate. Those who are in the United States that day are going to be in Washington, D.C. to open our headquarters in the Washington, D.C. for the Peace Summit also, and we observe the Heroes Day there. So it's a triple occasion in the United States. Triple occasion in the United States. The opening of our embassy in Washington, D.C., the Peace Summit of the Biafran people, and the Heroes Day Remembrance. 3 in 1. While in Biafra land, people are going to observe the Heroes Day Remembrance, and they will do everything humanly possible to see that the voice of Biafra gets to the ends of the earth. So wherever you are watching us from, prepare yourself and get your mind ready. It is a special month. That is why we decided that we talk about this issue that concerns us. A month of our heroes. Biafrans have seen many heroes. In the quest for Biafra, many heroes have emerged. Many heroes have emerged in the quest of Biafra, both positive and negative. And that is why I want to remind you that there are heroes in evil as well as in good. What kind of hero are you in the quest of Biafra? It is a question that we need to ask ourselves and answer it sincerely as we proceed in this month. While we remember our heroes who are gone, there are some heroes that are living. There are some of our heroes that are alive. Some are gone. And 30th is the day we remember our heroes, the fallen heroes, more especially. But as we prepare for the remembrance of our fallen heroes, I want you to sit back and ask yourself, what kind of hero have you been in the quest of Biafra? What kind of a hero have you been in the quest for Biafra? What impact have you made in the quest for Biafra? What impact have you made? What has been your contribution in the quest for Biafra? Is it negative or positive? This question goes to everyone that is from the old southeastern region, the present south-south, southeast, lower Kogi and lower Benue. I want you to sit back and answer this question sincerely. Answer it for yourself sincerely. What kind of a hero have you been? We know there are people who have been committed to see that Biafra does not materialize. There are some people who are paid agents, some of them on their own, nobody is paying them. Some people, nobody is paying them, but they have taken it as a mission to see that Biafra does not stand. Maybe because of the grievances they have with someone that is pursuing the cause of Biafra. Maybe because they disagree with people who are pursuing their freedom. Maybe because they do not like the way, the direction and system that the people who are in the forefront are doing what they're doing. Some are just envious because they are not in charge. Some, out of pride, they begin to imagine, how can they be here and the woman will be leading? How can they be here and this small boy will be leading? How can this poor man be the one leading? It is not because they don't want freedom. They understand very well that Biafra land is under occupation. They understand very well that the Biafran people have been subjugated, they have been enslaved. They understand very well that they are caged, but their own selfish and personal interests, greed, envy, and jealousy could not allow them to take the right decision. Instead, they align themselves with the enemies. They join the enemy to rejoice. They join the enemy to write petitions. They join the enemy to promote evil. We have seen them on several occasions. What kind of a hero are you? Why some of us are having sleepless nights, thinking on what to do, what strategy to take to make sure Biafra is restored. So many of us are going hunger and commit the little we have to support the restoration of Biafra. Why some of us are losing businesses, losing contacts, losing friends, because we know what we want. There are some people whose only mission and joy comes when they see that Biafra is going backwards. What kind of a hero are you? We have seen many heroes in this very restoration of Biafra, both positive and negative. There are many heroes. When you talk about the issue of Biafra, whenever you sit and talk, you can be able to count hundreds of heroes, both on the negative and on the positive. Which part are you? Which kind of a hero are you? Can you take this very month of our Heroes Day remembrance to ask yourself this question and answer it sincerely? How have you impacted? What impact have you made in the restoration of Biafra? What impact have you made? How have your action promoted the cause of Biafra? How have your action hindered the cause of Biafra? So many Biafrans are working against Biafra. So many Biafrans are heroes on the negative side. Some intentionally, some unintentionally. A majority of them, it is not that they do not want freedom. They want freedom just the way we want it. But envy and jealousy, they want a freedom that comes from them. Remember some time ago, somebody who claimed to be a freedom fighter came out and said that instead freedom will come from Mazi Simon Eba. Let it not come. Somebody opened his mouth on his camera and he said, instead Mazi Simon Eba will be the one to bring our freedom. Let it not come. And some of them boasted and said they will do everything humanly possible to see that our freedom does not come. My brothers and sisters that are watching wherever you are watching from, I am asking you, what kind of a hero are you? From the beginning, when our eternal leader Dim Odumegwu fought this battle, he fought like a hero. General Effiong was also there. Effiong fought like a hero against all odds, even when the whole people were against him. General Effiong stood out and he fought like a hero. So many other people fought. Those we could mention their name and those who could not mention their names. Achuzie was there, he fought. Many made a lot of sacrifice. You remember our beloved brother, the great writer Chinua Achebe, who took the award that was given to him and gave it back to the queen and said he's not interested. These are heroes that need to be remembered. He returned the award that was given to him. That there's no way my land will be bleeding and he'll give me an award. And remember, there was also a white man, forgetting his name, who set himself on fire because of what was happening in Biafra land. He set himself ablaze because of what he saw and heard about Biafra. The atrocities that was going on and nobody was paying attention. He set himself ablaze. We will never forget them. These are heroes, people who fought in the forefront. You remember Ikonso? Ikonso was one of our commanders in the ESN. This was a young man who was living abroad, living his life abroad and doing well. Ikonso was living abroad and doing well. But when the call came, he left everything and he went back home to defend his land. Ikonso gave up everything. He fought in the front. He was a man who his death brought tears in the eyes of our supreme leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu shed tears at the death of Ikonso. We will never forget him. You remember the parents of our supreme leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? We lost them on the same day they were buried. Their death was as a result of trauma of the attack that happened in their home. And why was the attack in their home? Everything falls around the pursuit of the restoration of Biafra. There are so many other heroes that have fallen, those who mention their name, those who cannot mention their name. So many of our commanders lost their life, innocent Biafrans, genuine people that have come to fight for their life. People that brought themselves out without being paid, they gave their life. These are our heroes, and we'll never forget them. At the same time, there are people who were also heroes on the negative side. Most of the people who mentioned that lost their life, there were people who were involved in betraying them. We have seen so many betrayal in the course of right from the time of our eternal leader, Dim Odumegwu, there were betrayals. There were many betrayals, people who stood that Biafra will not come. Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe was there, supported Biafra from the beginning. All of a sudden, he changed. and turned against his own people. In fact, he began to address our eternal Daddy as a rebel. What kind of a hero are you? Now you see how I remember Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe when it comes to the issue of Biafra. He might be a hero for Nigeria, but for Biafrans, we know he's a hero on the negative side. There are so many other people during the time of Aitanai Dadimodu who betrayed Biafra, who sold out Biafra for the pot of porridge, and they made their mark on the negative side. There are heroes in evil as well as in good. What kind of a hero are you in the quest for Biafra? During the days of our supreme leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we also saw heroes emerge. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself is a living hero today. He's a living hero. No matter what happens, he is a living hero. During his time, we also saw some other people who were heroes on the negative side. Betrayal, right, left, and center. People who sold out their conscience. Some of them are still around today. People who preached alongside with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to call for the restoration of Biafra. All of a sudden, they change and they begin to sing a different song. We saw the betrayal of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the betrayal of Ikonso, the betrayal of the ESN as entirety, took the defense of the Biafran people and hand over to the governors. And they made themselves hero on that side. Because we are going to ask in time to come, it will come out in our question and answer. Who was the man that handed the Eastern security over to the governors? It will come out during our question and answer when we are writing the history of Biafra. Our children will read about it and they will ask them, who was the man who handed over the ESN created by our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to the governors? Every one of you know him. Chike Duzia. He became a hero to Soludo. He became a hero of Soludo. And Soludo began to boast that he is now working with the IPOB. They sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and made themselves heroes. After selling him, they still gathered together and held a meeting and voted against his release. They made themselves a hero. The people that voted against our supreme leader not to be released. What kind of a hero are you? The people that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu confided in, the lawyers he made whom they are today. A lawyer that nobody knew who he is. A lawyer that has not won any case anywhere. Nobody knew who he is. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu took him, brought him to the limelight. But he began to use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to make a name for himself. He began to use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to create opportunity for himself. He began to use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to pursue his own selfish and criminal agenda until the situation caught up with him. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu set him aside. What kind of a hero are you? You see how I remembered him. What kind of a hero are you? After the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, more heroes emerged. We saw a hero emerge. A hero like our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. He emerged. And he made it a point to do it that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's name will never be forgotten, and that case will never be swept under the carpet. He made it and he said that he is going to make sure that the kidnapping of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is rendered useless. Thank you so much, Steve Ede. Of course, we remember Mazi Akanibia. Yeah, you're right. So, Biafrans, please, if you remember any hero that we must mention his name, please write on the comment section. I can see my brother Steve Ede reminding me of Mazi Akanibia. That is good. If you remember any hero on the negative or on the positive, anyone you remember, please just write it on the comment side, put it on the comment section. When you write the name of that hero, tell us if it is a negative one, a good hero, or a bad one. Because we are pointing out the heroes in the quest for Biafra. And we have to know there are heroes in evil as well as heroes in good. What kind of a hero are you? If you remember any hero that we must mention his name and bring him to limelight, let Biafrans remember and know that hero. Please write on the comment section. Put the name of the hero and tell us if it is on the negative or the positive. I will mention it. So that those who are watching us on Facebook and on TikTok can be able to hear the name of these heroes, where they belong. It has been a very long journey, and we are still going. More heroes are still going to emerge. Immediately Mazen Nnamdi was kidnapped, our Prime Minister Mazi Samanepa emerged, a hero, did what looks impossible, created a structure that took us the Biafra land against all odds. All eyes was on him. Everybody was against him. At a point in time, all the enemies of Biafra, all the enemies of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, they unite together. They unite together and they pretend to love Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and now channel all their energy. They reached an agreement. Both the Zoological Republic terrorists, the politicians, and those criminal saboteurs, they united together and they faced Mazi Samanepa for many years. For years, and Mazi Samanepa stood his ground. And he said he knew that it is because of him mainly that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was mostly attacked when they saw him. Some of the people who were inside, some of the people who were with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu turned against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu embraced Mazi Samanepa, who had a good thing in his heart. Thank you. Esther Ukwosa. You remember another hero? Mbochoya Kaguguya. Mbochi. He was a hero. Mbochoya Kaguguya. A hero. And I bet you, up till now, we are not yet still sure if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is aware of the death of Mbochoya Kaguguya. You're not even sure if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is aware. This is one of the heroes that we must remember. A very strong man, Mbochoya Kaguguya, but they betrayed him. It is because of this Mbochoya Kaguguya. This is one of the reasons we will never, ever forgive the Karawhite lawyer. The Karawhite lawyer was the person who betrayed him. That Karawhite lawyer betrayed him, sold him out, and they took Mbochoya away. They took his life in a very, very brutal way. The day Mazi Samanepa explained about the date of Mbochoya Kaguguya, the way they took his life, arranged by this Karawhite lawyer. After they went for a meeting, Mbochoya, they were going back for the meeting. And informed the military. They lay ambush on the road as they were going. And while they were going, an armored tank ran on top of their vehicle. An armored tank came out from the side, hit the vehicle, and run it over. They took the life of that man, a brave Biafran soldier, a hero. Mbochoya Kogwe. He's a hero. Thank you, my sister Esther Okwota, for remembering that. So if you remember any Biafran hero, both on the negative or positive, please mention it. And while you are remembering, think about yourself. What kind of a hero are you? There are living heroes and there are dead heroes. What kind of a hero are you? Are you on the negative side or on the positive side? People today, even under Mazi Simon Ekpa, some heroes are emerging on the negative side. Some have become heroes because they claim they wrote petition to take away our prime minister. And they boast about it. They make themselves heroes. You see them brag about it, that they were the one that wrote petition. You saw some of them when they came online, on live program, and they were making call to finish embassy to make themselves a hero. So many today are claiming that they were the one that wrote, and they are writing again. And you see them celebrating. When Mazen Nandekano was kidnapped, some of them raised their hand and they were happy. That man who was raising his hand, where is he today? Where is he? Are you hearing from him again? The idiot in Lagos State that was kneeling down and raising his hand up. That idiot that knelt down and raised his hand up in Lagos State that was in charge of clearing gutter, thanking Chukwu Abiyama, which I know he wasn't thanking Chukwu Abiyama. I don't know the kind of God he was thanking. That Mazen Nandekano was kidnapped. Where is he today? When was the last time you heard from him? Do you see here about him in Lagos State? Do you see here about that idiot in Lagos State? Do you see here about him? He was celebrating in the open for the kidnap of Mazen Nandekano. Yes. Ifa Jona was also a hero on the negative side. Ifa Jona, you see how he's being remembered. No matter what you do, we will remember you. But the question is, how will you be remembered? Are you going to be remembered on the positive side or on the negative side? Ifa Jona, from what we heard, was a betrayer. He was betraying the cause of Biafra. That is what was recorded about him. The record we have about Ifa Jona was that he was a betrayer. This is somebody who was supposed to be remembered as a brave soldier who fought in the front. He was a Biafran soldier, but he betrayed. Today, under Mazi Simon Ekpa, we are seeing a lot of heroes on the positive and on the negative side. Where do you belong? What kind of a hero are you? What kind of a hero are you? Thank you, my sister. Joe Ibokwe. Yeah, that's his name. That is his name, Joe Ibokwe. When was the last time you heard from Joe Ibokwe? During the time of Mazen Nandekano, Joe Ibokwe was always on the media. He was always visiting all the media houses, speaking against Mazen Nandekano, speaking against the cause of Biafra. In fact, Joe Ibokwe was the person that was in the forefront. He was in the forefront of fighting against Biafrans. Whenever he comes on the media, everything he says is against Biafra. He doesn't want to hear anything Igbo, very especially Igbo or Biafra. When was the last time you heard from him again? Have anybody heard from Joe Ibokwe? When was the last time you heard from him? This is a man who was claiming a hero. They made him a hero on the negative side so that he can be able to push their agenda. What kind of a hero are you? Are you a hero on the negative side or on the positive side? There was one clown again that they made a hero. You remember one clown they called Ijele Speak? You remember that one? The one that gave him name Ijele, which I don't know which kind of Ijele he is. Who took it upon himself to begin to insult everything that had to do with Biafra. He insulted our eternal leader, insulted our supreme leader, insulted every single one of us, came online and he threatened to take the life of every Biafra that he meets. He said if they give him a chance, he's going to take the life of our supreme leader within 2 minutes. The Janjaweed wanted to make him a hero. He wanted to make himself a hero. Where is he today? Where is he today? Where is that idiot today? Where is he? Thank you so much, Tina Oji. Tina said Bianca Ojukwu. Of course. Bianca Ojukwu. An evil hero also. She has made herself a hero in evil. To be in the front line to push an agenda to withhold Master Simon Ekpa. Bianca Ojukwu today claimed to be a hero, and her name will be in book as somebody who spearheaded the arrest of Master Simon Ekpa in Finland. Bianca, no. There's no point to putting Ojukwu in that idiot name. She doesn't deserve that name, Ojukwu. Bianca, no. Because we will know how she was married. She was a political wife to our eternal leader. It was for the sake of politics that she was married. When they convinced our eternal leader to join politics and they rubbished him. Bianca, no. Bianca, no. She has made herself a hero, an evil hero, and her name have entered the book. As we are celebrating Heroes Day, anytime we are celebrating our heroes, we will remember them. Those that betrayed and those who fought. Which kind of a hero are you? Are you on the negative side or the positive side? Today, Bianca Ono has made herself a hero in the front line of betrayal of our Prime Minister, Master Simon Ekpa. She has made herself a hero. And every 30th of every year, even when our children are born, they will remember it. Our children will remember it. They will remember it for her. Her children will always be remembered as those who their mother sold Biafra. Those who their mother sold the Biafran restoration. We will remember them. OC Inc. mentioned Hope Uzodinjo. Of course. Hope Uzodinjo today have also been made a hero for the Janjaweed. The Nigerian Janjaweed hero, who is standing in the forefront to take as many Biafran lives as possible. Who is making sure that Imo State is handed over to the Caliphate. Who is in the forefront of Islamizing Imo State by all means necessary. Hope Uzodinjo. That is the assignment he has taken up for himself. And he is doing it with all his chest. He's carrying out that assignment with all his chest out. Hope Uzodinjo. We will always remember him. It was under Hope Uzodinjo that Ikonso was murdered. Under Hope Uzodinjo, Ikonso was betrayed, murdered. It was under Hope Uzodinjo that Hope Uzodinjo took many, many lives. They took life until to the extent that all the mortuary in Imo State were filled up, and they were announcing and begging people to come and take their corpse. Maybe you have forgotten. Hope Uzodinjo took life. He continued to take life until all the mortuary were filled up. And a mass burial was conducted under Hope Uzodinjo. Under Hope Uzodinjo, there was bombardment of Biafra land, throwing bomb. We experienced war. Even as we speak, it is still going on. There is no other state. I don't think there is any other state where bomb is raining like it's raining in Imo State. Nigeria hero. Remember them. Another person that is mentioned here by my beloved sister Stella Uzuka, Peter Obi. Peter Obi is another hero. An evil hero. A hero on the negative side. Anytime we talk about the loss of life of people in the Azu River, we will never forget the massacre of Biafrans in Azu River. Under Peter Obi, Biafrans were massacred and they were thrown in the river. Up to this moment, there has not been any investigation. Obi has not apologized. Obi have not explained to us, why did you take the life of the innocent Biafran in Azu River and throw them into the river? When you ask him, you make an excuse that he wasn't in town. The chief security of a state, he will tell you that he was not in town when it happened. And when you came back, what did you do? And meanwhile, during the campaign, when they were asking you about security or how to deal with the issue of the agitation, you told them that they should go and ask in Anambra what you did, that you can handle it, that you have done it in Anambra before. What did you do in Anambra? The only thing P2B did was to take the life of innocent people and dump them in Azu River. Today we see him jumping right there. I just saw a video. I saw a video where he went to Vatican. He was lobbying in Vatican to go and meet their godfather, Pope. And to show you how these people operate. You see, when people begin to look down on Christianity sometimes, you don't blame them because it's because of the attitude of the people, even though you are not supposed to look down on any religion. You're not supposed to look down on them. But why people talk harshly to Christians is because of the way they behave. Some hide under the cover of Christianity and they perpetrate evil, lie, propaganda, blackmail. I saw a video where he was going to Vatican. In Vatican, he wanted to go and see the new Pope. While he was trying to maneuver his way or whatever, and the person who was trying to link him to go and do those maneuvers was another Vatican city man, this Cardinal Arinze, whatever they call him. Cardinal Arinze was making a way for him to go and see their white Pope. And they blocked him. They did not allow him to go because the protocol does not allow him to be there. He's not supposed to be there. But they want to make mago as they always do. That Nigerian system. Involving a cardinal, Cardinal Arinze, a whole cardinal, was passing that hiki to smuggle P2B to go and see Pope. And people captured all this. I just watched the video before I came online. I wish I can be able to bring it up so that people can see it. Where P2B was trying to maneuver to go and see. You are not supposed to be there. Why the maneuver? If the protocols allow you to go there, you will have to go through the protocol, not by angle. No, you don't need to know Mr. A or Mr. B to go there. You don't need to know Mr. A or Mr. B for you to get to a certain level. There are protocols to do things. But you see that man, Cardinal Arize, trying to walk his way to lead him. But of course, they blocked him. He couldn't be able to reach where he has to go. He couldn't be able to make it. This same Cardinal Arize has been there. Have you seen Cardinal Arize make a case for the loss of life of Christians in Nigeria? How many times have he brought that case to the Pope? How many times have their Pope spoken about the loss of life of people in Nigeria, more especially Christians? How many times have Pope made a speech on the loss of life of Christians? Even when Reverend Fathers were kidnapped and murdered, beheaded. How many times has Vatican City been in the front line to speak for Christians? Instead, the only person we saw that speak recently is Donald Trump. It's only in the United States that we saw people taking a front stage. Donald Trump, in his first term, took a front stage and spoke about it. In the first tenor, he took a front stage and talked about it. And instead of that late Pope to work with him, he was working against him. He didn't want to talk about it. And this time also, there is a sitting also. The members of the House are sitting on the death of people, Christians in Nigeria. How many times have Vatican City given a statement? How many times have we heard that Cardinal Arize led a group of people to discuss about the atrocities of Nigerian government against the Christians and against his people? Forget about his people, because I know when you talk about Biafra, he will never talk about Biafra. Christians, how many times have Cardinal Arize made a case for Christians in Rome? How many times? They are all politicians. They are all politicians. Why was he trying to smuggle Peter Obi to go and see Pope? What does that signify? Why that illegality? If Peter Obi was officially invited, or if he has any role to play there, he will go straight officially and do what he has to do and get home. Why do he have to pass on the ground? Why the desperate need to present yourself there? Why that desperate need? And you see how they shoved him to the corner. Illegality everywhere. Peter Obi, another negative hero. There are heroes in evil as well as in good. Peter Obi is one of those in evil. And we will never forget. Whenever we remember the loss of our life for our brothers and sisters in Ozu River, we will never forget. As we are celebrating our hero, we also have our beloved sister Juliet also mentioned our DPM, the Deputy Prime Minister of United States of Biafra, Dr. NgoziOrabueze. She's a hero, a positive hero. You can imagine when all hope is lost, when people who we are supposed to stand in, we are saying, let us not declare. When fear was gripping everybody, she went ahead to lead the declaration of Biafra. In fact, before the declaration, after Mazen Samaneko was taken away, there was fear in the air. Some of them could not be able, we are afraid of going to Finland. She was the one that flew into Finland first before any other person. She was in Finland a week before people began to come. She took that challenge. In fact, some of them were thinking that when she arrived, they're going to arrest her because Mazen Samaneko was not there. So many are already shaking. It takes a hero to do that. And history will remember her for standing on to lead the declaration of the restoration of independent state of Biafra on 29th of November 2024 against all odds in the presence of our enemies. Mazen Nani can say we are fearless in the presence of our enemies. And she displayed that fearlessness in the presence of our enemies. She led all the members of the cabinet, and Biafrans across the world gathered together and declared, they redeclared the United States of Biafra as a sovereign state. She is a hero. I should not forget it. Another hero, Ifeanyi Uba, evil hero. Ifeanyi Uba, evil hero. In every celebration, we remember these are people that fought Biafra face to face. They fought Mazen Nandekano face to face. They fought Mazen Nandekano up to the extent of arranging his kidnap. Even got involved in providing a private jet to bring him to extraordinary rendition. They participated actively in gathering information. They participated financially. They were in the front line of the kidnap. And when they saw Mazen Simon, they couldn't hold it. We are still in the forefront of issuing bounty and challenging Mazen Simon Ekpa. A negative hero, evil hero, Ifeanyi Uba. And you see how he ended up. You saw how he ended up when you say over your dead body will Biafra come. When you say you will do everything to stop Biafra, Biafra will do everything to end you. Today he is not there. But in every 30th, in every May, while we proceed to 30th, we will remember him. Anytime we see his children, anytime we see that Oba name, anytime place we see that surname, we will remember him. A negative hero. We will never forget. Steve Ede mentioned another person, Rochas Okorawosa. Rochas Okorawosa. Remember him. You know, some of them, they have suddenly disappeared. Remember when Rochas Okorocha was in the front line? During the time of Muhammad Buhari, late Muhammad Buhari, Rochas Okorocha was always on media. In fact, Rochas Okorocha, remember when he went and molded almost all the criminals in Africa? He molded them to worship them. He was giving scholarship to Janjaweed. Rochas Okorocha speaks Hausa more than Hausa. You dare not mention anything that has to do with Biafra to Rochas Okorocha. Rochas Okorocha is one of those who stood against Mazen Nandekano face to face. Where is he today? Rochas Okorocha performed so much evil, so the spirit slapped him. Remember when the spirit slapped? They said the evil spirit slapped him. And that spirit that slapped him must be the spirit of Biafra. The people they murdered. Gave him a dirty slap. Rochas Okorocha, another evil hero. We will not forget. We will continue to remember. Every May, as we proceed to May 30th, we remember all these people. Some of them have disappeared. Some of them are so scared they are not hiding under their blanket. But we will not be silent. So that tomorrow, when they come up, we know them. When we see that surname, Okorocha, when we see that surname, we know where they are coming from. We'll beware. When Biafra come, we're not going to chase anybody away. Our law will be there. You're going to face the law. You face the law. If the law says you are innocent, you'll be there. Enjoy yourself. But if the law says you are guilty, you go in. Then, people that are going to be coming without your surname, we are going to scrutinize them very well. We'll look at them properly before we give them an appointment. People that are going to come with this surname, Okorocha, Uzodemma, Obi. People that are coming with that surname, we will watch them closely, watch them very, very well before we do anything with them or give any post to them. We will never forget. Of course, our supreme leader Mazen Nandekano Hamadike, he's a living hero. A living hero. Up to today, standing his ground is either Biafra or that. And he made it clear every time he has opportunity to speak. Say, I have the right to fight for my freedom. It is my right. And none of you can deny him his right. He's a hero. Of course, Master Simon Ekpa undoubtedly has made his mark. You can never write the history of Biafra without Mazi Simon Ekpa today. No matter what happens going forward, Mazi Simon Ekpa have registered his name. He has registered his name. Fully registered his name in the cause of Biafra. Your envy and your jealousy cannot stop it. Your greed cannot stop it. Your stupidity cannot. His name must be on that very book. He has registered his name. You can continue to call him name. You can continue. Your envy and jealousy can continue to kill you. You can continue to swim in your evil. You will never stop him. You can't. I spot another one again. There's another negative hero I spotted. And OC Inc. mentioned him. Iwanyanwu. Iwanyanwu is another deadly negative hero. Iwanyanwu, before his death, this is a man who was trying to lead Biafrans into their destruction. Remember when he went and made the arrangement that they want to go and beg Sultan of Sokoto on behalf of him and his children, not us. Iwanyanwu, a born saboteur. A born saboteur. We know them. And when we see these surnames later on, we'll have to be careful. We don't allow them. We will not allow them. We will never forget. All Jews of Carlo, another born evil hero. All Jews of Carlo. He was the man who started the selling of land of Biafra to the Janjaweed. He started the selling of land to Janjaweed. He's a man who will come and tell you that the Janjaweed made him who he is. And for that, he is ready to do everything for, including taking your life for the Janjaweed. He will. Or Carlo. And anytime we see those surnames, we have to be very careful. I am asking every one of us that is here watching, what kind of a hero are you? We are still counting, until we are fully on the ground. Then we open the page and begin to list them. Tomorrow, your own name might enter there as a negative hero. You have to be careful. What kind of a hero are you? My beloved brother Maxwell, I welcome you. Thank you so much for joining me, my brother Max. Go ahead, take the mic and speak to us, my beloved brother Max. Are you there, bro Max? I'm not sure bro Max is there. Okay, we continue. Bro Max is not yet here. When he comes, then we can give him the mic to speak. So, my fellow Biafrans, wherever you are, you must not allow yourself to be a negative hero. This month is a month of reflection. We have come a long way. We have passed through a very difficult road. We have passed through a very difficult road. And we must understand that there are things we must not do and there are things that we must do. One of the things we must not do is to get ourselves involved in betraying Biafra. If you do, it will be better that you are not born. And one thing we must do is to defend Biafra land by all means necessary. You must prepare for what is coming. Bro Max, you're welcome. Can you unmute yourself and speak to us, Bro Max?
Okay. Thank you so much. As you were calling me, a cup just dropped in. I've been busy. I'm under the weather as well, but it is well by the grace of God.
You're welcome.
Nothing, whether sickness or whatever, infirmity will never, any kind of infirmity will never allow us to, go back from what we have started, what God has made us to, to do. Good morning to you, Namochi. Eziwoto Namochi. Like I said before, I do not know where you summon the kind of courage that you have coming out every day, sometimes twice in a day, to speak on the need for the existence of Biafra and the need for Biafrans to have their freedom. It is not human. You are not the one that is doing it. But I believe that the Spirit of God is pushing you, strengthening you to do what you are doing. Continue with what you are doing, and God will never, never abandon, you and the likes of you. God bless Mazen Namdekano wherever he is. I am not trusting or believing in the system of the Jew. I do not. Look, the only thing we need to, I don't know whether, I believe that you must have heard what Wazirike said. I think you played it here as well some time ago. And the follow-up of Aloy Chimakon, that the Igbo political elite should not have allowed the trial to start. I am surprised. I don't know what they have seen that we are not privy to. I don't know what the outcome of Mazen Namdekano's persecution will be at the end of the day. But the only thing I would like to say to each and every Biafran here today is this: the assurance that God, Chukwokikabiama, controls the affairs of men on this earth. Yes, Satan has, his own role that he is playing in the affairs of men, but the Spirit of God Himself prevails over what happens in our life on this earth. And remember, it wasn't Satan that brought Simon Ekpa, Mazen Namdekano, you and the likes of me. It wasn't the Spirit Satan that brought us. It is out of the clean heart to see that every human being on this earth have the right to be and to determine where they should be, who they should be, and how they should go about their life. It is not satanic. It is the principles of God. And that is what we are following. The freedom we are fighting today that brought Mazen Namdekano where it is today. Simon Ekpa, where he is today. And the rest of the Biafrans that in one way or the other, unfortunately, has been taken and caged. It's not a bad spirit. It is the spirit of freedom that God has given. When God created Adam and Eve, He put them on a particular place. He didn't tie them. He gave them the freedom to do whatever that they have to do. That's what He did to them. God was not dictating, but He gave them an instruction. This only on food, but where they should go, the liberty to move around was not restricted upon them. They were not restricted in any way. And that is the spirit, the universal law that God has created. And Biafrans are one of those. Is Christian. And we have the right to say this is where no human being has the right to determine for us whether we should move around, where we should be, and how we should, use our lives. But when you look at the evil contraption called Nigeria, their cohorts, those that are beating the drum that they are dancing, knowing who you are and what you can do if that freedom is given to you, they say, no, we will not allow this people to go. Because you are going to be a challenge to them. You are going to be, a kind of entity that is going to right the wrongs and expose all the atrocities that they have committed against the children of God, the indigenous people. And that is the reason why these people are trying everything in order to make sure that they cover that smoke. But remember, no matter how they cover the smoke will always find a way of escape. And that is who we are. Biafrans, no matter how bad we are, the Spirit of God is always with us. And God, in His mercy, in His wisdom, always expose the evil ones amongst us, just like those ones that you are calling their names out now, one after the other. Did you mention Abaribe? That is my closest in Namocho.
Abaribe. You're right. You're right. He's negative on negative side.
Abaribe called us criminals.
Yes.
Yeah. He called.
Yes.
I am a follower of Mazi Simon Ekpa. From Mazi Nnamdi, from Biafra, from the Igbo people. That is the root. That is the root where I am coming from. To anybody that was fighting for Mazi Nnamdi, for the freedom of our people, where my mother belongs, where my mother comes from. To Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, and now with the United States of Biafra under the leadership of Dr. NgoziOrabueze. And anybody that comes after these people will also have me to contend with. Whatever name, evil name, or derogatory comment you make about these people that I have mentioned, you have automatically included me in it. And I will be your forever enemy. I will be your forever enemy. That is the reason why I am proud to do what I do. I have the liberty to profess Biafra and the need for Biafra to be free under the clutches, the tight fist, the evil fist of Nigeria as supported by the United Kingdom. That is why I do what I do. And it beholds on every Biafran whose parents, both of them, are Biafrans, not to allow anybody to come and tell you to come, come and join. If you are there and someone is telling you, someone like me is telling you to come and join and fight for the freedom of your own people, you are a fool. You won't believe. You won't believe. Like in Dengwa, we call it. You do not know what you will gain to get your freedom. You do not know what unity is. Without unity, you cannot fight. When your brothers and sisters have sacrificed their lives, their rights, everything to come out to fight for your freedom, which you are going to enjoy, God's willing, it comes. You are there, throwing spanner, muddying the water for them, throwing sand into their gari, so that when they are chewing it, they will not be okay with it. It won't be palatable to them. That is what you are doing. Instead of you to come to them and support them, you are there blaspheming them, exposing them. You think that you are doing me, you are doing yourself. In Imo State, there are great Biafrans in Imo State, like I always say. The day the Imo lights should have showed themselves who they are was the day the Supreme Court, evil Supreme Court, took a man that came first. Took down a man that came first and brought someone that came fourth. That was the day that you're supposed to speak. That was the day you're supposed to destroy that particular place. But you let him fly. Today, the man has grown weak. And he has been empowering the armed Fulani terrorists to come into that land. The audacity that these people are using. The other day, in our platform, one of our platform, they just someone sent there around Naked area. The guy is bereaved now as I'm talking to you. The guy is bereaved. He lost two of his brothers and along that Naked. In fact, the one that is surviving now, there is a very big cut that cut into the skull. That is the one that is surviving now. Two of them are dead. He was telling them, if you are on that axis, do not go there. He said armed Fulani herdsmen are rampaging on that area. That he has lost two people. That is who puts on the Ketas area. The man that the Imolais are allowed to be there. Those people overwhelmingly that voted for the man, the first man that was, maybe if the man was there because of his antecedents and his body language that time, maybe most of this thing that is happening will never happen there. Giving this marauding killer herdsmen the authority, audacity to march into Imo State, ridicule our people in those areas, make our life miserable, our people's life in those areas miserable. And when they are caught, they never get, our people never get justice. That is what we have done. That is what we have encouraged. Where were the numbers that voted for, what is his name? What's that man's name that always wear green cap, Igbo cap? I've forgotten his name. Is it Ihediohan, right? Man, the chicks.
Yeah, Ihediohan.
No, thank you. Where were the massive population that voted for him, that couldn't stand when that evil was done at the federal, at the Supreme Court? Where were they? Where were they? This is exactly what these people. These are Ojus Okalo is from my mother's state as well. Old Abia State. Where is Ibokwe? Ibokwe that knelt down and pray and thank his useless God. That Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has not even the Supreme God that we worship, but his own useless God. That Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has been captured. He knelt down and saluted his useless God. These are the people that we would never forget. As long as the fight for the restoration, international recognition of Biafra is concerned, these are the people. Ijele as well, whether he is alive today, in prison or dead, we must also bring him, because he was the one also that was bold, openly said,
We can't hear you. We can't hear you, Bro Max. I think maybe you...
That he is willing to go and testify against Maz. There is network issue here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you are breaking up. You are breaking up.
I have to twist and change. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. That young man, wherever he is, he should be also included into this list of these people. If I also go contrary to the belief and the foundation that's led, by someone else, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, include me as well. Because I am not bigger or even near what Biafra can offer. I am just a supporter, an ardent supporter of the freedom of the Biafran people. There is nobody that is bigger than Biafra. We are all contributing in one way or the other to make sure that we free the land where my mother was brought up or born. Look at what they are doing. Do you know what happened there? The video that you just showed me right now, I saw the Shein on when they wanted to go and shake hands with the protocol. That is our job that time. When we were there, that's our job. If you are not a monk, if you bring 1 billion, we will push you away. And you will not even know. If you struggle, you won't know the kind of people that came, that will just raise you. Your leg will not touch ground. Your legs will not touch ground. You see the mago, I am in my mother. That Arinze, that Cardinal Arinze that was it not the same man that spoke ill about Simon Ekpa? That arrangement. There is another one again that stood on it.
That's to show you how they are all rooted in illegality.
Yes.
They are all rooted in illegality. A whole cardinal. You don't need to maneuver to take P2B or whatever. If P2B is invited, you follow the protocol and you get in there. Why do you have to go through the back door or begin to do through IM and you call yourself a cardinal? Before the whole world, you are there making mago. And they actually blocked him and he didn't go anywhere.
See, let me tell you one thing you should know. One of the most disciplined protocol officers and security that you found on this earth are in Vatican. They are very, very good. You can equate them with the secret agents of the Mosaic. That is how they are. Very tough. Whatever they do there, their scanners are on them, scanning everybody that is here, but you would not know. Their scanners is all over them. If you see the one that are wearing, gogo and all whatever, it can be anywhere. Your body has been scanned, and they will only leave you with skeletons to just find out what you have beneath the suit that you are wearing that can cause mayhem or problem on that particular place. Those guys you see there, you don't joke with them. You don't joke with them. These are people that will not, encourage your I am mad.
Nonsense.
Look at the cardinal. You are at that.
This Cardinal Arinze, have you ever seen him make a case? I'm not talking about Biafra now because I know he's not a Biafran. Has he made a case for Christians in Nigeria that are losing their lives daily in the northern part of Nigeria? Even when
I'm coming there.
Had he made a case? Have Vatican spoken?
I am coming there. Mazi Chuks, do you remember when we were in Linda platform, TV platform, when I said that Nigeria has one of the largest population of Catholics in Africa, and one of them in the world as well? The Christians and the contribution that they make from their homelands are sent to Vatican, and it's huge as well. What is the Pope doing when he is preview to most of these atrocities that the Christians are going, especially the Catholics? Kuka from the Archbishop, is it the Archdiocese of Sokoto, the Archdiocese of Sokoto or something like that? Is it not a Catholic?
Oh.
Are they not communicating to the Vatican what they are going through in the northern part of Nigeria? Has he not been making statements? Do you want to tell me that the Pope has not, but the one that died, the one that came before him, are they not preview? Haven't they heard the cries of the Christians in them? I don't know what is going on today. Can I go on?
Yeah, go on.
Good. This one, the only people that tried to do something like you said was Trump. And today he has also included them in the country of interest. Country that uphold religious intolerance. A country that buys Christians. A country where Christians are not allowed to exercise their rights, of worship, association, and so on and so forth. That is what it is. Trump that is doing it. Even Biden did not do it.
That's it.
All of them, they kept quiet. When these atrocities were, that is the reason why these armed terrorists, about 7 of them, if you begin to name them, or if they are more, if they are not more, are having the audacity to do this interstate and regional crisscrossing that they are going to go and commit evil. How on earth, Mazi Chicks, do you want me to believe that someone who is from the Sahelian area will enter into my mother's ancestral land and begin to buy people and rape people? How? How, if there is no bigger support behind them? Who are the ones? Who are the people supporting them? And who are those supporting those that are supporting these people? There is some bigger elements that are there supporting these people that we don't know about. The closest we know was the time when they removed AIDS, US aid. When they confessed at the Congress, the panel that most of these were used to sponsor terrorism in Africa and right across the world, where there is terror. The greatest problem we have are these people. This Arinze, whether he likes it or not, Arinze is an Igbo man, he's a Biafra. Has he for one day written a petition to Pope, to Vatican?
How do you?
What is going on in the land? No, he cannot do that. They are all politicians. The mago he tried to do there is exactly what they are doing. These are politics. Is it not? I don't know. Let me not be, let me not say what I don't know. The people that went, the Catholic, the Christian association that went to United States the other time, immediately they came back. Jagaban called them, invited them to Asura.
Yeah,
was he not? Was he not among, or he wasn't there? Or the archbishop that is representing him in East, because I believe that he should be in Vatican. The one that is representing him didn't inform him that Jagaban summoned them and in Asorok. Do you know what they gave to them? Since that time, what happened again? Have you seen them come out to speak on the outcomes of the meeting they had in the United States? What is going on now as we speak? It has been swept. It has been swept under the carpet. Nobody. And still, these people are on their line of atrocities. Their evil actions against our people. These are the people. All these people that you mentioned are the reason why Mazen Namdekan is suffering. Mazen Namdekan is being persecuted. Like I said, Jumafo said they shouldn't have allowed. Who allowed? Who orchestrated? Who made it? Who made the environment enabling for the federal government under the imposter to declare IPOB Mazen Namdekan a terrorism? Is it not the same governors of the southeast part of Biafra? Is it not the same people? Is it not Willie Obiano, them and the rest of them that supported that this our leader must be proscribed? So how would they now stop it? When you sold your own brother, your own son, and you think that you will come back to speak to the buyers of your own brother that bought them from you, you think that you will command any respect? They will never command any respect. Mazen Namdekan, he is going to go through there, and it is the Chukwukike Abiyama that we all serve that is going to pull him out of those evil people that have surrounded him, including those from within. That is the reason why anytime I come here to speak, I say we must include them in our pastoral prayers. That is only what we have. And that same God that brought them, that empowered them so bold to do what they are doing, will stand front and back, side to side with them as they go through it. Thank you so much, Mazi. I'll yield my mic here.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. I appreciate you for that wonderful contribution that you made. Thank you. You have spoken well, and every Biafran that is watching us and joining on this very broadcast, you must ask yourself a question. What kind of a hero are you in the quest for Biafra? What kind of a hero are you? Don't forget, tomorrow, our supreme leader, Mazen Namdekan, is going to be in court again. And as always, I will be here to give you the update of the court. I will be here tomorrow to give you the update of the court. So tomorrow, make sure you key in on time. If you are not subscribed yet, subscribe. Touch your notification bell again so that you'll be notified immediately I come online. You know, they presume to round up the case tomorrow and next tomorrow by the grace of Chukwu Obukabiam. So whatever is going to be the debate tomorrow, you know, every day they bring new charges, they bring new evidence, they bring new talks. So we're going to be waiting for them tomorrow to see what they are going to introduce. Whatever they introduce tomorrow, I will urge every one of you to kindly be here on time so that we can speak and follow up events as it unfolds. And while you are home, you pray for our Supreme Leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. In anything you are doing, always remember him. Also, our Prime Minister Mazen Simon Ekpa, don't forget, always remember him. And ask yourself, what kind of a hero are you? When you answer that question genuinely, I bet you will have a very strong stance, like Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who is always fighting for Biafra. He said, it is either Biafra or death. It's either he gets Biafra or he dies in the course of pursuing Biafra. Mazen Simon Ekpa say, I will get Biafra or I turn to a beast. Today, you see where he is on international stage fighting. What about you? What is your own promise? What angle are you? Are you on the negative side or the positive side? Answer it genuinely, and I bet you your life will never remain the same. My beloved sister, Precious, you're welcome. Take the mic and speak to us. My sister, let's hear you out. Unmute yourself, you are muted.
Thank you so much, Mazi Chus.
You're welcome, my
I'm
sister.
very grateful. And my brother, Maz, I greet, sir. Thank you for always showing up because you are making us proud, giving us that strength to keep on keeping on. You know, sometimes when you think maybe there is no hope or things, is it gonna work or all these things, is it not even better to stop? When we look at you guys, you choose, you Mass, and many of you, it gives us courage. It gives us courage. So I pray that God will continue to give you the grace to continue to keep on keeping on. That grace, that little fire will never get quenched. It must continue to until it completes the assignment that it was assigned for. So according to what we I didn't get it all because I have children just that they slept now. What I am seeing in all this that is happening is, in fact, internet has done more good than harm to us, because looking to what is happening now, just this one that you are talking about, I didn't see the video before, that of Kadena Arinze with Peter. I was, maybe when you were saying it, inside my mind, I'm just like, I didn't get it until I see the video, because sometimes you might not know the magnitude of evil that we have seen ourselves in. Imagine his level, that he will still be having that mentality of Nigeria, that zoo mentality, that I am that evil. In all that respect, in fact, this is have reduced this man to, in fact, even if you are giving it mark, it have reduced it more. Because why should you know what is supposed to be? You say, okay, you know all this, and you are not ashamed to carry him. Somebody that left his house that is burning to look for where he is not even, some places that he is going to visit, they did not recognize him there. There was one of these states that he went that they said he wasn't welcomed. Imagine that kind of shame. What is it teaching us? In fact, if anybody is not getting this thing that God is doing by himself, because when you are waiting for, or maybe when Woto will start going, before you see what God is using indirectly to do that woto woto, you will not understand it, because that shame is even is close to bullet.
Yes.
Is somehow a bullet on its own, because this is a way of demoting them in all ramification. In fact, how do you want God to be elevating us than this? Everything is not about war. It's not about who knows how to punch, but who knows how to use mental toughness, and that is wisdom is the best thing to use now. There is one video that I watched where a little dog was inside a train that was passing. If you see the speed of this train, so the person that wrote that posted this says the important where that he understands the reason for the why you should be quiet in some situation, because when people will be saying, like I watched one initial time, somebody was trying to tell her that why she should stop what she's doing. She's not doing us good. And she asked that person, this woman that you people were supporting, what have she done? That this is almost 6 months and this person did not ask her how many, is it by months or by years that it took our PM to stand back after DOS has caused all the trouble that they caused. That person did not remember this side. She was just trying to convince her to stop all those things that she have been doing, to do the needful, because a lot is spoiling. And she was asking her, what is your madam doing? For 6 months, she have not been doing anything. She didn't remind her that she entered without anything in her hand, though. She did not remind her that you did not count the years it took PM to stand back. She didn't ask her that question. She was just like, and it seems as if she's gaining power on what she was saying. Because sometimes I wish I can be, but I won't have that courage to go, because it's just like saying you want to make a demon and God to come and become a friend again. Just something like that. So when some people will be like, be confused or trying to convince somebody, try to rethink about it. The statement that says we don't treat cancer, we cut it off, is from our leader. And he understands our people very well before he said that kind of thing, because we are seeing it with our very 2 eyes. How you will see truth and you'll be lying on it. Even when you have every evidence to prove you wrong, you are still standing on what you are saying. How did you think that person will be convinced in her life? Recently, it was yesterday that I saw that of Ghana trying to reel her back again. And yes, I watched it. I was like, what is wrong with our people? You know where you don't need to romance with a demon. You don't need to romance with demon. Once you romance, before you know, it's just like somebody is wearing pure white, and you say that you want to play with a pig. You will be very careful. Pig that is in a mud, and you say that when you play with that pig, you'll be careful. I wonder how that white will not. You will in order your carefulness that you will not stain it. That is just what is playing now, and what I am advising our people. Biafrans, is that they should be very mindful of whatever that you are. That is, when you listen to people, or when you see somebody might just say you thought that person is wise enough. Don't just conclude until it is over. Because sometimes I wonder some people that you think that maybe they are doing it right. Though in that video, he was not like trying to follow her. She's just trying to reel her back. But you know, in this scenario, it's not. There are people that you don't even waste your time to convince, because they cannot be convinced. You will not speak more than other people
It's a waste of time. He's just going there to make her relevant.
Not only you're insulting yourself, you are degrading yourself. Because after watching that, I say, why is our people like they have not started on getting it?
I don't know who you are, please. I don't know who you are, please. I don't know who you are, please. Let me tell you this. See, there is a saying that goes, it is easier to wake up a man that is sleeping than to wake up a man that is pretending to be sleeping. Thank you.
Good luck said it now.
Exactly. So when you look at all these things, our people are yet to get it. I thank God for those of you that have that mental toughness and can understand things once and keep moving. Just like, in fact, those of you that are the real children of MNK, MSE, and our DPM, you are similar in attitude. Because I have never seen once that our DPM or even Simon or even our leader like giving these people like even though that they're inside them, but you can see the way they are far from their closeness. Despite that, we will be blaming our PM or saying that, but he knows what he's doing. He just wants to use it. When the time comes, he will separate the chaff. That is what, when I think of all those things, I will just see it that way. That he's just waiting to the right time to go so that he will separate those chaff. Because as well, sometimes you might give a kind of second chance to those that might be redeemed, or to those that might be that will repent. That is what I'm seeing all those things to be. But you have seen that those ones that will never repent will never repent. That is just what I'm saying. And God just deliberately did it so that you will not say, you people you don't have conscience, you don't have good heart. Why can't you forgive and forget? Now he's teaching us more lesson on whenever that you are forgiving, don't be carried away. Forgive, but never be very wise. And let your eyes be on that person until you confirm it. You have seen how everything is playing. So I will not go much further than to say. And another thing that our people are like, they are easily carried away. The recent one that is reigning for them now is that this woman, by calling our DPM terrorists, that she's implicating her to be jailed as well. See, if you have not learned from what is happening in that of Nandi, you have not learned from of our PM. Even in this our DPM, you will not know anything. You see how all these things are going. God want to use it to finish his work. God just want to use it to finish his work, because as it is going, the more they are planning, the more they are failing. And their failing is becoming more visible than before. So if you are wise enough, because even our leader told us that time is coming when they will say, in fact, take this, your Biafra, and go live. In fact, take it, because almost everywhere is scattered now, because you are still holding this man. And I thank God for those that have that strong mind and that understand very well, that are making orders to get it proper, that all those propaganda doesn't work again. It's not working in this our generation again. This time is not 1976, according to history. Now our eyes has opened. If we were sleeping before and they were telling our things, now we are not awake. And it's very difficult for somebody that is awake, just like my brother said, to carry that person's thing. So now, before they used to take it like if they are saints, evil saints that will come to they will be like, no, I have not done anything wrong, but they are the main people. When you be crying, they'll come to tell you sorry. Why they are the people that have stolen your thing. But today, we are no longer sleeping. And I pray that that spirit that have awakened us will continue to keep us awake until our things will no longer be stolen. So what I am advising Biafrans that is listening to me is that nobody should be confused. Don't allow anybody to make you to be depressed to the extent of, because many have been like having a kind of having fear in them that they can no longer even do anything. They're just quiet. Because according to this, my brother in that her video, she was trying to say that if she see his voice, he is not like being that proud, that is that he's just lowering it to tell her that he just want everything to be in order. You know what Nandikan is looking for. You don't romance with evil. You don't romance with evil. That's why that strength in our leader is still in him till tomorrow, because he's not deviating from that. He's not romancing with them. He's not trying to show him that he's weak. Every time, every day, he's getting more days, getting tougher. and it's become to their own failure and to our own victory. So there is nothing to fear for when you know that you are doing it right. If other people we are not seeing it, or somebody you thought should be doing it better but is not doing it, leave that person. Everybody has conscience. If you want to be saved, nobody will save you if you don't save yourself. So any day that they want to be saved, they should talk to themselves and come back. But if they don't want, there's no need for you to be going to them to beg them or to preach for them, because they know better than you. You will only end up insulting yourself. So thank you very much for this eye opener, because I did not even see this Cardinal Arrange. I would not have gotten it when I was watching it. You see the kind of anger that is there. Look at how this is shame on us. But thank God it's no longer on us, it's on them. Anybody that wants to have shame, you carry it on yourself. You will not, because as we are speaking out, we are saying that we are not part of it. So carry it for yourself alone. Don't connect everybody. So that's where I will yield my mic.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for that wonderful, wonderful speech. And just as our sister has said, many of us, the reason why we are getting confused is because we are giving our ears to something that is irrelevant. The easiest way to catch you is what you listen to and what you watch. When you know that this person has no message for you, why are you listening to that person? Why are you going there to watch? What do you want to convert? Convert what? Like me in my program here, I don't listen to any program, even in my own personal platform, in my WhatsApp group. If you post any information that doesn't come with somebody I know that is part of United States of Biafra, it does not matter the message you want to pass, I will delete it. If you post anything on my platform and you are not part of the United States of Biafra, it doesn't matter if you're preaching Mazi Simon or preaching Mazi Nandegan or preaching, I will delete it. I have a reason for doing that. Because these people have a subtle way of catching your mind. By the time you want to go and see, let me go and see if she is gone, or maybe what she wants to say today, you will end up getting that thing you want to see. And Brother Choose, the worst part of it is that they will not allow you to, when you want to open eye, they will tell you that you are in their platform. If you don't want to, you see that kind of shame. So because of it, you'll be using idea to calm yourself down. You will not speak again the way you want to speak. They'll tell you if you don't want to because they are the one that is hosting you. You will not tell them what to do. So you will not have your right again. So people should avoid those environments that you know are not healthy for. It doesn't matter what they say. Even if they call you name, you hear they mention your name, they mention DPM, forget them, let them be. Don't go and challenge them. Don't even go to their place. Let me go and tell them, oh, you are a bad person. Go change. Don't go and type. Don't share. Don't type. Don't watch. That thing you are doing, you are only promoting them and giving them. By the time you go to the comments and say, oh, stop talking that thing, stop saying that thing you are saying, you are talking rubbish, you are promoting that platform. You think you are demonized, you are promoting them. Go ahead, my beloved brother Maxwell.
With discerning spirit. You see, I am not perfect than any of you, all our listeners that are here today. I think that do you know that there was a time from the beginning of this, if you see the passion, oh, Diokbara, oh, okay, so you have joined them. Hey, okay, you have, there is one lady, I mentioned that lady here. In fact, it shocks me that that woman is a woman. Eunice. That is Eunice PB or so. That's her handle on Twitter. You see what this woman did? She forgot that I am the Okene of Biafran people and the way I speak. I feel free to speak and canvass about Biafra in Dr. Damage's platform than in their own platform. These are the same people that you were in the night chasing evil spirits with them, but in the afternoon they will come out and tell you, ooh, you are smelling like the spirit. These same people, they almost succeeded in ridiculing Biafra. Other people were now campaigning, talking against us. Oh, look at them. They went to Finland and declared Biafra. Now look at them. They are fighting for position. They are now they've made the fight for Biafra infantile. Hi! I sat down where I said, no, I must go there to fight this. And I went there, I said, no, it is not infantile. For me, I believe so also. I believe the same thing, but it is not infantile. God has a reason, to allow what is happening to happen. I don't know much about the Bible, but I know what most of the things that, see, I have some hairs on my skin. This is what my mother told me. And if you have pulled your hairs on your skin and you discover that it's painful, how will you now go and pull other person's hair on his or her skin? These are moral values that we're supposed to understand, but this people doesn't even understand that. You are fighting for this. Okay, we don't agree. Okay, chat your own part. Let me chat my own part. All the attacks, if you go to my timeline on Space, all the attacks. Oh, we don't know that you are a Ghanaian, you are a Fulani man. You are a Fulani man, you are a saboteur, you are the most dangerous man, someone that has worked with the Nigerian army before. That is why I told Sonia Akparawa that time. That is why I told Chiamaka Ajay to watch you closely. Hey, we allow you to come, they gave you platform and you are speaking the way you are speaking, not knowing that you have ulterior motive. I tell you, see, you know what I comfort myself with is this. Yes, I was a professional, a conventional soldier. There is nothing this I told me, Ngwa woman. And I'm proud of her. A beautiful woman of 90 years old. Oh, how come? See, can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Good. A 90 years old woman from Ngwaland brought me up in a very right way and in a moral way as well. I said, no matter what you do, no matter how the rain, how heavy the rain falls on the fair palm stick, Ogugu, what we used to do, thatch houses in the village in those days, Ogugu, thatch house, it can never penetrate inside. No matter how the rain beats that Ogugu, Osisi Ogugu, open it and put it into the fire, it will still burn. That is what I am. You cannot, I have thick skin. You cannot make me bow to these kind of things. You went to Finland, you declare United States of Biafra. All of Biafran Republic government was a shadow of what is about to come. A shadow. When John the Baptist was preaching that I am baptizing you with water and Holy Spirit, but the person that is coming behind me will baptize you with fire and the Holy Spirit. When that prophecy, fulfilled, will you now go back to John? Will you go back to John? Someone ever set up Biafra Republic government in exile and said, this is what we are going to do. The same way he gradually removed autopilot. From it, we enter into Biafra Republic government in exile. From Biafra Republic government in exile, a blueprint was set aside, gearing towards the main thing, that is the declaration of the United States of Biafra. Is the Biafra Republic government in exile not a shadow of the United States of Biafra? that was about to come. And when that came, what else are you going to do with the Biafra Republic government in exile? You are coming to tell me someone like me to fall back. Fall back where? Where I go break my head? I will not. So, my brothers and sisters, no matter whatever that happens, it is good that it happened, that we still have these people with this kind of intention who are fighting with you, helping you, joining you to chase evil spirit in the night. It's better. Our Igbo people say, no, mgbe ikuku fue ahụike ihe ike ọkụkọ. Ọ bụrụ na ọ wụrụ ọkụ, anya mara na ihe a ka ya na-akpọ maize na-achị ọchị. So it is better that it happened. God has exposed these people. You don't need to take them seriously. Unlike when it did not happen. If this thing did not happen, my brothers and sisters, what will we be doing today? You open your heart, you think that, oh, he's just like me. We are fighting together. But look at them. They have something different, inherent in them against what you are doing. It's better that they happen so that we know them. Thank you so much and God bless
you. Thank you so much, my brother Max. Akonyo Wetere, no. Let's hear you, Akonyo Wetere. Mute yourself. These days, your network is always giving you a problem.
No bizou network.
Yeah. But before it used to be a little bit better, but now it's so difficult to unmute.
And another thing, they are now like saying, even our DPM said she's no longer bridge, which means she have cut herself out of the movement. Imagine how they are confusing the Golem because you did not remember that during the DOS time you left them to bridge. They are not talking about. They are not saying that our DPM, thank God, she have cut herself out, so she has nothing to do with our PM again. She'll stop calling. And those people that doesn't reason well, they are believing them, thinking that we have left that foundation from PM without thinking of that DOS time that they left it to bridge. And now from bridge to government, they are not taking it that way. They have said that she have said that she have dissolved it because of it. She have dissolved herself as well. That she has nothing to do with PM again. She should stop calling his name. So all this is confusion for those who want to be confused because it's very clear from DOS to bridge to government. So nothing is different. And even when they try to confuse them more, they will tell you that when people believe in our leader, they do not believe in PM. Some believe in PM. They do not believe. All these are people that are confused because love for one is love for all. If you love MNK, you're supposed to love PM. And if you love PM, you're supposed to love D. If you deviate from any of these three, then you are not getting it. That's just the point.
My sister, you see, anybody that is saying that he or she is confused has a problem. It is because the people are not paying attention. You see, this issue of Biafra, at least I have followed it long enough to know what is right and what is wrong. And I don't need a scientist to look at it and show me where the road is. Because the structure that is led by Mazen Nandekan is very, very clear and simple. It's just an ABC. It's just like ABC. And Chukwu Okikabiam always make it easier for us by naming the structure. Mazen Nandekano, while he was with us, even before his kidnap, he told us, go and listen to this man. He is bringing a new dimension. It wasn't before he was with us. So just like when you were given an example of John the Baptist, John the Baptist was around and he told the people, look at the Messiah. He's here already. He's here. John the Baptist was not jealous. He didn't say, okay, maybe if I tell them this is Messiah, they will not come for baptism again. Oh. Maybe if I tell them now, they will run away from me. He didn't say that. Mazen Nandekano, while he was with us, announced Mazen Simon Ekpa. He was not scared that Mazen Simon Ekpa will drag the attention from people. He wasn't scared. He announced him while he was with us. But yet, People refuse blatantly, and they refuse to. Do you know that even John the Baptist, some of his disciples followed Christ, and some refused to follow Christ? They still prefer to be in that baptism. This one they are sure of. Even when their leader have announced and said, "Look at the Christ," some refuse to follow Christ. They still remain with John the Baptist. The same thing on this time. Mazen Nanikan announced Mazen Samuel, and some people refuse. Even in this one, when someone ever have built the structure, inside that structure, the people that are talking to you today, they were announcing our deputy prime minister. Go and check the program we are doing when Mazen Samuel was around. When she come, they will announce her as the COS of the Briggy government. These same people, that are talking to me, they were the one that I want. Go and check the program that we did when Mazen Samuel, they were announcing her. And they will introduce her. This is our COS. She is now here to speak. And whenever Mazen Samuel is there, they will be the one to introduce her. Now it is time for our COS to say, okay, since the prime minister is not here, the next person to speak now is our COS. They were the people they were announcing her. They were announcing her. And our prime minister announced her to us as the COS. Even in that small clip that was brought, she told them that she is going to be the one to be in charge whenever I'm not available. They say it's the only occasion. But when you check the situation surrounding that very statement that Mazen Samuel made, there was something that was going on. There was an argument that was going on. And he told her that if I am not there, in any event outside, she will be the one to organize that event. As if those ones are not enough. Mazen Simon Ekpa, just like Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the very first statement that came when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, the very first genuine statement that came was, allow Mazen Simon Ekpa a slot to preach to Biafran people, hold on to the battle until I join you. That was the very first statement that came from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. After that statement, every other thing that came was neutralized because people saw the face of the struggle. The jealousy, the struggle began. The jealousy, the envy came in. Then they began to infiltrate the information that came. The Karawat lawyer began to change information. When they said some he will deliver, some he will not deliver, some he will deliver. The same thing happened to Mazen Simon Ekpa. The very first message that came from Mazen Simon Ekpa was very, very straightforward. Let Dr. NgoziOrabueze be my surrogate until I come. And in that information, the key members of the cabinet were there in that WhatsApp group where this information were passed. The very first information, even the woman that is with them today was the woman that called the deputy prime minister and told her that Mazen Simon Ekpa said, you should make sure you hold on to this very struggle. She used the language she used, the word, you hold on to the mandate. You say, hold on to the mandate. And the deputy prime minister asked her, which mandate? Is it the account mandate or the restitution of Bafra? The woman said both. This same woman today that is with them all, the very first information that came was genuine, and it was not filtered, just raw information that came. And after that, just like the case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the people that were around, the envy and jealousy came in, and they begin to twist the information that came. They begin to twist it, and they begin to redirect the information. Even this issue of fallback you're hearing, the fallback was to hold on to the mandate. That message was for them. Go back to the mandate I gave you. That was go back to the mandate. The structure is already there. Mazen Simon Ekpa have already given the structure. The fallback was go back to the structure Mazen Simon Ekpa laid down, which the only person that has the key to that structure today is Dr. NgoziOrabueze. Let me tell you, these people, every assignment they have been doing for Mazen, for the Biafran government, every assignment they have been going, Mazen Simon Ekpa will draft it, send it to Dr. NgoziOrabueze. Dr. NgoziOrabueze will be the one to delegate the assignment to them as the chief of staff. So there is no assignment they are handling that she's not aware of. If there is anybody that has more information in this struggle more than any other person, it is Dr. NgoziOrabueze. And even if she goes wrong, we have to wait and hold Mazen Simon Ekpa responsible. And as it stands today, he has not gone wrong anywhere. She has not gone wrong anywhere. Just like Mazen Simon Ekpa didn't go wrong from the template of Mazen Nandekano. So the structure is very, very simple, and it was broken into pieces. Now somebody to come and tell me and say, it is because you are listening to nonsense. You are paying attention to idiots. That is why you are confused. And that is why I advise people, any platform that is not under the United States of Biafra, there is no point wasting your time. Don't go and attack them. Don't go and tell them you don't know what you're saying. Don't go and tell them you want to convert them. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. Let them do what they feel it is right they are doing. Let them go ahead. By the time you are going there to go and say you want to attack them or correct them, you are only giving them that courage. You are only promoting them. And you are giving them the liberty to do more. Leave them. Let them continue to do what they feel is what they... You see, Mazi Simon Ekpa, when the heat became so much, he left them. He was focused. Even while they were busy fighting, he was busy building what he was building. He built Brady was built under tension. The war was still ongoing while he was building Brady. Today, since within these 6 months, you see how many structure the deputy prime minister have put in place. Even when the problem is there, she has been able to decentralize the military. She has been able to put in place the security of Biafran people. So many things have been done. She is not folding her hand and say, okay, because they are cursing me or because I will face them, I will challenge them. And she hardly responds to them. Let us borrow the same leaf. Don't respond to things that are meaningless. Don't watch them. Don't reply them. Don't attack them. Leave them alone. Freedom of association. Those who feel that that is where their faith lies, allow them. At a stage, Master Simon Ekpa said, during that time of tension, Master Simon Ekpa said, if you know you have a different way to fight this way, go ahead and fight. If you get Biafra, at the end of the day, every one of us will meet in Biafra land. If you get it before us, fine, we will meet in Biafra land. If we get you before them, we will meet in Biafra land. At the end of the day, we already have a constitution that will decide. If there is a place where we have fallen short, the constitution will put us to judgment. And whatever be the consequence, we face it. If there's a place you have gone wrong, the constitution will be opened and you face the consequence of whatever you have done. Why are we disturbing ourselves, battling or talking about this or about that? Let us be focused. If you know you have a different dimension, you are the one that knows it best. You are the one that had the original structure from Chukwu Okabiama. Continue with that your structure. Those of us have a structure that Chukwu Okabiama gave to Mazen Nandekano, to Mazen Simon Ekpa. We are using that one. You that say you get your own directly from Chukwu Okabiama, continue with it. At the end of the day, whichever one that gives us Biafra, we will move on from there. And the constitution will decide who did right and who did wrong. Akonyo, are you there?
I'm pretty less in that's why the network is bad.
Okay, go ahead.
Good afternoon, Uncle Chief.
Welcome.
I come on the Lelu and all divine precious. So where I am is a bit noisy, yeah. So let me continue from the last line of discussion. I've been saying it, and let me make myself an example. Since the day Bam, Sonia Prawa and Ovenkele busted out, which is barely 24 hours after the event in Finland, I only allowed them as not unsubscribing their channel for a while. Maybe they busted out of anger. Maybe in few days there's going to be resolution and peace. But when I discovered myself, that these guys are being driven by hatred, ignorance as the first instance of their movement, their ignorance of what is Biafra, their ignorance of even the movement, the system they worked on, their ignorance of everything, and envy, jealousy, and incapacitated, I just unsubscribe all of them and block their channel. You know, when you comment here, the algorithm will be the algorithm will now be doing the no, I don't know how they do the calculation. It will be popping up on different people.
Yeah.
I blocked them. I said I'm not interested. I don't want to hear them. Reason because I know, I keep saying it. Maybe some people will say, this guy, if you don't come, you say you don't know the meaning of Biafra. Me, I've known the meaning of what I want. Even though I'm not a bongo, let us use their saying in the Bible. Bible, but I see, even though I'm not low, and I have a even though I'm not a bongo, man, I'm a million lacho. So, I got only Nandi, but I'm one of the Nandi. Other things, some can test it. Zole oil. When you conquer the land, it's only not there. That is it. Now, I've told several people. See, I said it one time on your platform, and they copied it. I told you guys. I saw it. They said they look at the kind of moron that Ngozi is organizing. I was waiting for them. My voice pop out. What did I say there? I said, as I've made my choice, my stand to follow Dr. Ngozi, that let her lead me, even if into the abyss, let her lead me. That is what I am, and that is my making. I am a man. I say what I stand for, and I stand for what I say. I'm not flippant in my character. Now, what I'm trying to say that you trying to analyze what all these buffoons, I call them fools because not that they are foolish in who they are, but in terms of this, they might say that they are wise, but to me and to a greater number of people, be rational in their reasoning, they are fools. Let's put it in this way. All Buru Naha declared this thing. And from here, I go to this their quest for who to lead, who to control resources. Nero coordinated themselves. They've ended up in lessening the weight of that declaration. When you like they have ended up in messing it up. The last straw, Sia and Ada, they've ended up in lessening everything. Dr. Ngozi is left with nothing. She's just starting afresh. And anybody with his right senses should not even question the woman. They strip her of the commonwealth of the common resources of our people. Financial minister. They strip her of the structure, the already built structure that was made after the declaration and the declaring of all the new parastatals, all the financial minister or financial ministry under BD will just collapse into the new ministry that the declaration carried on. They strip her of everything. The hardcore people, let's say by then, people that people listen to, people that people wait for their notification to pop up, just as your own. They strip her of that, and you are telling me that they after see, I keep saying it. If you know what you want, if what I brought into this struggle is not greed, if what I brought into this struggle is not failure, can't say ndijere obodo oyibo nsikwesi ye wekwara onye siri mmiri bi obodo oyibo tinye na cabinet ya ye wekwara onye na obodo oyibo 30 years na-enwe ihe ọ na-arụ because failure like proper depression and hate as concubine na-abịa as a result of failure. After 30 years onye ahụ nwe ihe ọ nọtara ọ bịazie la nwere onwe wee fụ na through this place ya ga-gain kwa momentum. Remember Alpha, just as Vans and Farm and the rest of them. Remember Alpha, Amawaragi all over. All those things. Those Mungabu Akonye Wesere, in Mugaka, block Woggy, I told him maybe he leku, and then the Indian government. Nakagibu troops. I am a queer every day. Bonye me Hokukuru. Your program is fact based. In the discourse, we hear they promote behind the Kopia. That's on the platform. One day, they could do all these non-entities. And that is how it's supposed to be. Because I am a bundle and very friends in Yereha. I feel the able to ignore no I put there maybe something summarized it in ya. You didn't have a program. And then the level has a program. Oh, more anything only you want to call and rather damage all our cost. You may analyze from that to tomorrow. What could you 6 months now analyze the bunking in Harley could be high what the Glonia. Have we moved forward? So only lady about my house me. Yeah, Mabona Hukula USB council. Labella program we deliberate on facts. We pour our grievances out. We lecture our people. Finish. Posterity will judge whatever me and you are doing. Posterity will be the judge. I'm not doing it, putting in my time, devoting my time, making research just to bring out facts. I'm not doing it for let's say short game. I'm doing it that tomorrow. Maybe when the history of our struggle will be written, at least people will hear me. Yes. Those people will judge. Today they are judging the one, they are judging everybody. All the people they call, even Namdas, you were much younger when the man was ready. Because he reigned greatly in Africa. But look at me and you today, we are now being able to think as in point out the fault that he had. Of which his generation, they never looked at him like that way. Generation next after us, they will still see the damage of that man. So whatever you are doing, if you can be able to evaluate yourself and put yourself on this direction, that whatever you do today will live to be judged tomorrow. When you are not even much around again. When your supporters will not be there to defend you again. If you are imbued with this kind of idea and knowledge and belief, it will put you on the right pedestal. You will be doing the things that as the day comes up, the brighter it is, it won't be to the damage of your level. So that is it. I block them, I unfollow them, I don't care to leave them. Any channel that brings it up much on my Twitter, I delete that channel, I block you. That is what you want. Actually, come here. Do as I call you to the Simon. I can know what. See the man young, all of them, they are meat. You that fought those kind of battles. Now you people have made yourself the freedom fighting now. It's all about Ngozi cabinet. As I'm speaking now, one of their mole will be here, docking my message, you send it to them. That is your freedom again. Your problem. That is governor. It's no longer your problem. No exposition again. You like one more face to sit and go down your life like do it. Don't want to face the money goes both you I'm going to see the Mama dog. I will say you can finish. Listening, no, I'm not that though. Anybody that wants to follow that is it. To add to the topic you brought up, heroes. I've even said something on it. Anything you do it. Talking about when he could overturn the church. Even Africa, liberation of Africa, more youth are coming up. It's from the like the worst people made Africa Christianity. You have the worst problem African with it. Muslim have money. Muslim double into as in going back to spirituality and finding a medium other than Igbo medium, which is ordinary. Let me explore Western medium. I will go to Jejo and the Christian. You know what they want. If the most confusionist set of religion, name would be Christianity. Name it Orthodox, name it Catholicism, name it Pentecost. So speak about no shit and them makahabo. And the Bible has broken. How do you story is okuka? Let me read the Bible. Or let me go beria. Or let me go beri with the time. I am when you carry a goya. So even nọgide mụ na-ekwu okwu na nọgidere n'ọrụ isi adị chọọchị ebe chọọchị nke m nọ ama na nna ya the politics nọ n'ime ya ihe niile zuru oke agụọla m Bible from Genesis to Revelation ọ bụ 1 ihe niile ị ga-eji tụwa the truth zuru oke n'ime Bible ma nke ọjọọ ma nke ọma. This 16 book of apocryphal book, that 16 book of Maccabees. Kedu ihe mere ndị Pentecostal ji wepụ ya hapụrụ ya ndị Catholic? Because ọ ya agbapụghị ike. Kedu ihe mere ji wepụ ya hapụrụ ya ndị Catholic na-agụ ya? Ndị Catholic ọ nọ n'akwụkwọ ha, that 16 book ha wepụrụ si na apocryphal. Ọ dị n'akwụkwọ ndị Catholic. Kedu ihe mere ndị Pentecostal ji wepụ ya? Ha were ya carry Africa. But my joy, my own joy, bụ onye nlayọ ndị na-ekwu okwu nwere onwe. Ịghọta the meaning of nwere onwe. Ị mara na ị gachala program choose like this. Enweghị choose kwuru in your spare time. You make out your finding on it. Then you track other news. Even geopolitics. Onye ọbụla nọ n'okwu nwere onwe full time. Kwesịrị ịma even backdate you maybe 30 years ago. Follow the trending of how the geopolitics goes. Okay, you get better understanding of the West. When you have the better understanding of the West, you now track down the politics of any place in. Listen, in on a bongo, track ya, Maraka bongo sa walk. Wow, here put on history by the camera, get money here. See what honey, my joy, Bona. You see this Ibrahim Traore, you see this Sahari and these 3 states. From the other day, you know I am about this 7 years of Armageddon. The more West last I have to come about in the house, the more happen to Traore. Traore gain attraction. A strike here, that great tribulation I have because the youth of Africa, which I am among them, I swear to God who made me and you, the only creator of heaven and earth, that God, eme ya onye asị gwa gị before sị gị na ndị Fulani la-akpa ike ha kpabịa n'ebe a kpọrọ ha oku na mbọsị ọbụla tengo na ndị nọmba gị mbọsị ọbụla Fulani kịkarị ihe ha na-akịkarị n'ụlọ Ebonyi steeti hapụkwa ebe debụmaghị ha gaala my own village ga-eme ihe na m ga-akpọ gị la fon echefubeghị m nlechetakwere gị again today sị gị na m ejebego m adịghịkwa ekwu okwu na Fulani mere nke ala ọnụ mma abụghị m onye gbagba egbo rie mgbọmgbọ onye ahụ ka ọ dịkwa enwere ihe mere Traore asọgbo volunteer mmiri akwakwa gị okwu I will go there and go and fight the war. Because let me say in 10 years now I've been able to study them. School abụghị ịgụ akwụkwọ gụọ Cambridge because ya ka ha ji ghọrọ anyị ka ha gụchara ya kedu development Africa nwegoro ọkwụnye na West na onye gụrụ dọkịta ebe a ruo US etinyegala probation for 2 years. Mara Igaria School of Nursing, Camera Farmer, he has a certificate that he presents in the embassy. He had the number of him. Then what is the meaning of intellectual Professor Halapo Heba? But in the meaning of phone like China, most of them do not cross the 4 walls of the school. The guy, the Lara Gucci Coco Tiboni, common laborers, and they do school for this. Further gather so common English or even French. It is only their language. But we are here fooling ourselves. So that is what I want to say. The people that are working for USB, hear it. Anybody copy it and make it viral. This is my voice. If you indeed know what you want, forget about these people. The more you send people or the more you go to bring up this, they know that they are hitting you hard. The struggle we are in. When you understand the struggle, you will know that even as Ngozi is there now as the arrowhead, if God's willing that she should be taken down today, when you are fully aware that if she's taken down, who is the next line of action to take up the ship, you will be clearly on the right track always. So when you know that, you follow Ngozi. You follow her. While we are waiting, fighting for our leaders to come outside, they called Mandela terrorist. They locked him behind bars. Even Winnie, his wife, some history put it that Winnie, just as a Marvin and the Kanu wife also is doing today, that Winnie did also. Because I read somewhere that when Mandela was released, he did not see Winnie up to 1 week. He did not allow Winnie to see him. Reason best known to him. So, if you know that if we put our house in order, do the right thing, and get our freedom today, if Alex Pop will still be the president of whatever of Finland, you will see him shaking Simon, celebrating Simon. All these charlatans in Igbo land today now, like Nambi, Mandate na Simon, Hancha ga Beya, Jakeleya. Every Trump today, they shake your hand with that terrorism inside the food country of Middle East. That is how the world is. Fight yourself to the top, they will celebrate you. But if you refuse to fight yourself to the top and you want people to celebrate you, you will explain tire. And that is what majority of people in this struggle are doing. You've not made any mark, you've not struggled to the top, but you want people to celebrate you. And that is what has been keeping us down. So that is the little thing I want to say. Network is very bad in Bongo now.
Thank you so much.
So na mambole ni hile eme ege kola ashiri ni hile eme ihe mabule echi ga-akwụ ụgwọ ọrụ taa echi ga-akwụ ụgwọ ọrụ taa and mgbe echi ahụ enwere ike ume aga adịzi anyị mana ndị ahụ anyị gbara ọsọ adebere chịpụtasịa our file ka ha ga-esi visualize ya gị bụ na ha wepụta ya there will meaning in what you are saying in your content they will see meaning not a content that is full of envy, hatred, jealousy, backbiting, and blackmailing. Thank you. I thank you so much. If network
Thank you
out,
so much.
I will be on the back end.
Well, thank you, my brother. We appreciate you.
Maazị Chuks, abego, aka onye wetara ọnwụ na ị na-ebe ahụ. Bongo ị na-ekwukwa akwụkwara bongo nke ndị Upper East Region because na be nna m ebe na Upper East Region anyị nwere bongo town, bongo community.
Mana kele nna enye gị anyị akwa kele nna achị ihe tọrọ gị kpọba mana nke ihe danyere pastor ichere ikpọzi kpọba zu n'onwe onye gbara gị ụgwọ ichere ide iwere zu kwa akwa na gị kwa na ọ gbataghị ya onwe nwoke mmadụ datụ bongo danyegoro ọfụma ọ bụla ka anyị ji eyuzuzi bongo ebe ede nna m dị yuzugoro ntu akpọchie ya ka anyị mara ma yuzu nu bongo ya ga-adị free nweta ihe anyị na-achọ. It
is well. My brother Greg, you're welcome. My brother Greg, you came late today and we're always rounding up and you appear. So take the mic. My brother Greg, are you there? Unmute yourself. Bro Greg. Unmute yourself, bro Greg. Unmute yourself. Today, unmuting now. Wahala.
Yeah. Yes, Maazị Chuks, good afternoon.
You're welcome,
my greetings to our Biafra family in the house. I greet everybody.
No.
And yes, we continue our struggle. We're not going to give up because our God said we should not give up. We will continue until victory shine like the torch in darkness.
Yes.
So, I just came this afternoon just to say thanks be to God who are giving us victory today. He gave us life. He gave us opportunity for our people to hear from us again today, to encourage them and pray for our leaders who the enemy is keeping in prison, and that God will continue to strengthen them, even as tomorrow is the day for Nnamdi Kanu's freedom. Tomorrow is the day for the world to witness the injustice that has been made for the Son of Man for the past 5 years. Tomorrow is the day that the world will know that Nigeria is not a country to where human being, a place that's made for a human being to live. Tomorrow, people will know, the whole world will know that Nigeria is not worthy to be called a country. Tomorrow, the world will witness the evil of Buhari and the Tinubu and the Obasanjo and the rest of them that are the servant of the British people. Tomorrow, the world will know that Nnamdi Kanu is a clean and innocent man who wants to fight for the freedom of his people. The Bible says Christ came to his people and his people rejected him. But those who believe in him, he gave them the power to become the sons and daughters of God. So tomorrow people will know that Nnamdi Kanu has come to save his people and they have not committed any crime. So I want to encourage the Biafrans to keep on doing what they are doing because freedom is of God. Trump came to power and he said, freedom is a right given by God, not by man. And we don't wait for any man to give us freedom. We fight to get our freedom. That is what we are doing. So we are not going to stop until we see the land of Biafra free from the wicked contraction called Nigeria and the British. So it's our duty to always come and contribute and keep our people, make them to be strong. Ask them to continue where they stop. Every day we must do something to show the world that we want to go out of Nigeria. Every day the world must hear from us and know there is no more country called Nigeria. Nigeria is a complete dead rat and cannot continue. So any person that is still campaigning for Nigeria to continue, that person is supposed to take to Dr. DPMDrNgoziOrabueze to check that person's brain, if that brain is working. So, my brother, I heard one of our sisters was talking about people who are trying to encourage people to continue or to come back to the message of Mazi Simon Ekpa, the PM. You know, this time is the time for people who had the message and believe it to carry on. There is those who had the message, and because of the things of this world, they could not carry on. There is many who had the message because they are afraid, they refuse to carry on. Many who had this message and they try to wait for their brother or their sister to come before they will carry on. And along the line, they fall away. So we are talking about those ones who had the message and believe in that message. Let those ones continue and not look back. Because if you go to the Bible we read every day, when somebody came, he said, Christ, I want to follow you. And Christ looked at him. He said, okay, come. He said, okay, wait, let me go and tell my father and my mother that I'm going with you. And he asked him, he said, if you want to go with me, leave your father and your mother, leave the dead to bury the dead. So any man that's heard the message and he's looking back, trying to somebody to convince him that person is not made for Biafra or to fight for Biafra. So as many I believe, let them continue doing what they are doing. Only thing we need to do is to show up. There is one preacher for a cross in America. He said every day he wants to come out to the pulpit to preach. He said he will not know exactly what he wants to do, but his duty is to show up on that place. So when he get there, that heaven will give him the message he will deliver to America. And that is how it is. So it's to encourage our people to continue fighting, doing the needful. Never look back those people that have eaten the evil fruit. Those people are not worthy to emulate from anything because they know the truth and they doesn't want to follow the truth. So those people you know and you had and you see them knowing the truth and they reject the truth, there is no point of talking about them. So we'll carry on until the day Biafra will be completely free. That is my message this afternoon. So I thank you, Mazi Chus, and all our brothers and sisters who are doing the needful. Continue doing the good work. It is only a day. One day we'll get up and the God will complete his job he has started from Mazi Nandekano and Simon Ekpan, which nothing will stop. So I encourage you as we continue praying for our brothers and sisters who are in prison, especially Mazi Nandekano and Simon Ekpan, that heaven will lose them from their grip of the wicked, and they will join us to move to the land of the promise. Thank you, Mazi Chus, and God bless everybody in the house and both the listeners. My greetings as we continue. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. I appreciate you for that very wonderful submission. And fellow Biafrans that are watching, I thank you all for being here. We're going to be rounding up now because we have another program. Remember, today by 7 p.m., we are going to be having the Survivor Whistle fundraising on Twitter. Survivor Whistle fundraising on Twitter today by 7 p.m. Biafran time. Everybody should be there. You know, when we talk about Survivor Whistle, some of you do not understand, and some of those misguided people use it as something of joke. This is a medium of security. Survivor Whistle is a very, very important thing that we must have to create awareness, to alert people, to build the defense of Biafra land. There are several things we cannot do. Our military cannot be at every place at every time. So we have to apply different methods to see that Biafran lives are secured. And one of the methods is this Survivor Whistle to create awareness. People are going to be trained on how to use it. You will know the sound you will hear. You will know that the Janjaweed are coming either in uniform or uniform. There are some sound that will allow you and let you to come out. There are some that will make you to go away and run away for your life. All these are important signals to secure life. And I bet you it is going to help to save the law of life. Sometimes you hear the Janjaweed coming and take a lot of lives. People will be sleeping and they will let their life be smoked away from them. Once we begin to implement the Survivor Whistle, it is going to reduce the attack. Many lives are going to be saved. You can imagine where the enemies are coming and they're hearing whistle everywhere. They will run away. This is going to be, it is going to get a long way to save life. It is not something to joke with, and we have to make it available for our people as much as we can. So the Survivor Whistle fundraising is going to be done today on Twitter, on X. The link will be on our Deputy Prime Minister's X, and we're going to share it on different platforms once it commences. So wherever you are, make sure you are part of that program. Our freedom is sure. As I have said, there are heroes in evil as well as in good. Which kind of a hero are you? Are you a good hero or a bad one? Always ask yourself that question. Think within yourself. Are you making impact in this very restoration of Biafra? Are you in the positive side or negative side? Get a sincere answer within yourself and you begin to do what is right. Don't get distracted. Whichever platform you know that is not going to add to your freedom, there's no point going to them. Don't attack them. Don't go and say hello to them. Don't go to try to convert them. Let them be on their own. I think it was there's a portion in the Bible where they say, allow the wheat and the tithe to grow together. On the day of harvest, you're going to separate the wheat from the chaff. So allow them, let them do what they want to do. Focus on your own. Focus on that one you believe in. Focus on it. There is freedom of association.
Allow them to associate with whatever they want to associate with. Don't get bothered. And the more you give your ears and your eyes to them, you get disturbed and you get worried. Like some of them that will be pushing some information that are not obtainable, pushing some lies that will distract you. The only way to stay away for that is to limit what goes into your ear and what you see with your eyes. Once you limit them, you can be able to take a stand and take your decision. And whatever decision you take, you can be able to defend it and take responsibilities also. I pray that Chukwu will strengthen us as we continue to move forward into our victory. Now, as we are rounding up on this program, we are going to be having our closing remark. And we start from our beloved sister Precious. Give us your closing remark as we round up on today's program to prepare for our 7 p.m. program in the evening. Go ahead, my sister.
All right. Thank you, Master Chus.
You're welcome.
I will only say this journey, this particular statement that always puts our people to fear, that's a terrorist tag. When you begin to be that is to be conversant with it and know that in most of our heroes, this is one thing that they normally call the people that are the main good heroes that we have in the past now. And we believe that by God's grace, when Africa will stand on it, it will not be in existence again, which is now. That's time of when they say that this person is terrorist, they will not have any investigation to crucify that person. But thank God that today it is no longer the way that it used to be favoring them. Now, evidence is the coconut that they cannot have anything to bring out now. So if you have a kind of being scared of that name, just know that it is part of the people that are those ones that are the true people that are doing the needful. Because if they have not called you that name, that means that you are not doing anything. Go and check all the people that are main people that people are talking about today. They have that name, they have attached it. But thank God that today is about to be removed from our people's hero because it's supposed not to be. But because there is no space for verification then. But now verification has come to stay and it will give victory to the just. So anybody that when you hear somebody, when they say, hey, they will tag our leader or they will tag our PM, you are scared of, no, you begin to get conversant with that and believe that now they will not have their way again because verification must be done. And by this verification process, they will see that they will fail in that process. Meanwhile, if you have not started supporting the movement, my little advice is just now is time. If you have not been doing it, what are you waiting for? Because even as Bible says that those that want to save their lives will lose it. Because most of the time, most people that are quiet, it's not that they cannot do anything, but because of they are afraid, they are scared, they are no longer like even like donating, speaking, or doing it. They are now quiet. That one is the worst because you can either be hot or you are cold. You are cold. So meanwhile, you choose for the right path because the Bible, according to that statement from Bible, says those that want to save their lives will lose it. But those that have already, like, they don't care. That is why that our leader is still alive, because he says he's already dead. Even though that he's still alive, he said that he's already dead. The only thing that will bring him back to life is this freedom. So if you can say the same thing, I believe that things will turn better. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister. I appreciate you for that wonderful, wonderful, wonderful contribution you just made. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide you and protect you. My beloved brother Max, give us your closing remark as we close up the program.
Thank you so much, Mazi Chooks. And glory be to God that we have come to the end of this discourse today. May your days and everything that you wish for happens to each and every one of us.
You see?
I want to see myself in the books of those that are heroes in good and in Biafra. I would not like to be in the book of evil, being a hero in evil. I pray that God would not allow me to do that. and it can never be my portion. I want Biafrans to see me as their hero, their one, their okene that fought using my voice and everything within my limit to fight for the good of Biafra. That is what Okene wants to be recognized. And I believe that those like me that have the same spirit will do more than what I have been doing. I say, may God continue to bless each and every one of you for your hard work. May God bless Mazen Namdekano, Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. In their ordeal, Chukwu Kikabiama knows. And he that brought them forth to fight this fight would definitely make an escape route for them. As Ndibo said, one more nyere ji awo, oya genyekwa ya mbazon geji wepufuta ji. I have no authority over what is going on the head of these two great sons of Biafra, but God has the final say. No matter the plans of the enemy against these two great sons of Biafra land, it's in the hands of God, and he alone has the right to punish and exonerate the righteous. Thank you so much, and may God continue to give us the strength to fight until the sovereignty of that great nation, Biafra, is established. Thank you so much, and may God bless you.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Max. I appreciate you, and I thank you so much for your constant support to the cause of Biafra. May Chukwu Okikabiyama continue to be with you, continue to guide you and protect you. And fellow Biafrans, I appreciate every one of you. Let us get this information before we close it up.
No fear for our land. We go stand together, fight for freedom now. No surrender.
This day is more than just an opening. It is a call for peace and reconciliation. Join us at the first ever Biafra Peace Summit, where the past and present voices for Biafra independence come together. No segregation, no division, just one people with one purpose. An occasion to voice our differences, resolve them, and stand stronger as one people. May 30th is also our separate Biafra Heroes Remembrance Day, when we honor the brave souls of men and women who fought and children who fell from the genocidal war of 1967 to 1970, where over 3 million Biafrans lost their lives. The day we honor those unjustly imprisoned and killed before the war, during the war, and presently, simply for being Biafrans. We salute our past and present leaders, from the vision of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu to the resilience of Philip Effiong, the fearless dedication of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the unwavering courage of Simon Ekpa Odogwu, who have carried the torch of our struggle. Their sacrifices and leadership lights our paths forward. As we all know, for far too long, we've endured suffering at the hands of our enemies and division from within. This summit is power-packed to heal those wounds, to uproot seeds of discord planted among us, and to unite Biafrans across tribes, regions, religions, and political views. Together, we are unstoppable. Be part of history. Join us on May 30th, 2025 at the United States of Biafra headquarters in Washington, D.C. A day of unity, remembrance, and renewal. Biafra rises as one strong nation, bolder together. Venue, 11726 Connecticut Avenue, Northwest Washington, D.C. Time, 3 p.m. Biafra time and 10 a.m. Washington time. 30th of May 2025, a united Biafra. Our time is now. This message is proudly sponsored by the Office of the United States of Biafra Deputy Prime Minister, Her Excellency Dr. NgoziOrabueze, and the Biafra Information, Telecommunication and Postal Service. My name is Marvelous DPMDrNgoziOrabueze.
We face many things, we no fall. Them took Nnamdi Kanu, but we stand tall. Simon Ekpa, them catch we still dey strong. We go rise higher, no place for wrong. We no go fall, we go stand. In unity, we hold the land.
Thank you so much, Biafrans. I appreciate everyone that have been patient with us till this time. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every one of us. See you in the evening by 7 p.m. Biafran time on X when we are going to have the fundraising. Please make sure you are there. Come and make your own donation. It is going to go a long way to save life. I appreciate everyone that have contributed in one way or the other on this program. Please like and share if you have not done so, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every Biafrans. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I appreciate every one of you that have been here. Thank you so much for being part of this program. No weapon formed or fashioned against us shall prosper. Thank you. Stay safe and see you in the evening. Remember us.
This is from Biafrans Got Talent. We are letting Biafrans know the reason why we should remember those who gave their lives for us, those who died that we may live.
You died to end my suffering. You died fighting for my freedom. Your blood is the seed of redemption. You are my inspiration.
The deed no wrong with them, military shots at them. 67 to 70, we remember them. 2016, 38 May, memories still lives in our mind till today. Wonder why they refuse to publicize the genocide. The world media turn blind eyes to our plight. It's time to arise, land of the rising sun. Let's rise one more time, let's rise.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Tell them I battered me, oh. Remember when me tell you say I battered me, oh. Yeah, I remember that one that called us a Bruce Mero. Like a papa nuku, oh, them be we boniro. Me tell you what I look pandi, what pandi samiro. Me tell you what I day. Oh, we just fall under us, man. I tell you what I do. Me never give up. Me tell them
heroes, I want to promise you something today. We must fight together, no retreat and no surrender. We must hold them down till the end of time. The most important thing is that we will restore Biafra. May your soul rest in peace.
I look up to the sky with tears in my eye. For other Biafrans and for freedom had to die. We will never forget you as the days go by. You are always in my heart, forever be a part. They fought for our freedom. They died for our freedom. They fought the Nigerian soldiers in the war front. Without food, without guns. For our freedom, for our life, for our own good, for our children. We love them, our heroes. We want them.
My heart bleeds when I saw them slain. Where will I be now, if not then? They will remain indelible in my heart. Forever, 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 and never, and never, and never.
We serve in your plantation. And the way you paid us back with your bloody starvation. We bled in our history that the death of our people is a mystery. No going back to get to a victory. I had a voice now call for vengeance. I never get bombed, I'ma blow like a vengeance.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Where will I be now? If not you, you died and I live.
discourse of our freedom, and they paid the debt for our freedom. Flag high for those that died in the genocide, fighting for you and I. There is pain in our heart, we bleeding inside, tears in our eyes for our fallen heroes.
This is for my fallen heroes. Give them motivation, people. It's like I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Cause to be a gas, I need to be a nurse. If we did not retire,
they pay the ultimate price. They die for me, for the freedom of unborn child. We live for the legacy.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen hero. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright. Yo, we will never forget our fallen hero. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Yeah, put the flag in the air. Never be afraid. March on, cause we are more than conquerors. Yeah, you know what it is.
I'm looking at myself in
We
the
must
mirror.
revenge, and we must stand to represent who